So let's start the recording for YouTube as well. Welcome to next winter winner bracket semifinal. It's Team 120 versus Team Moon, and here we have our two players for the very first match. Focus versus Moon. Let's explain the system again here of next winter. We have 4 teams of 3 players each. This tournament is about $14,500. It's 4 teams double elimination, and it's a little different. It's not King of the Hill. It's like a loser stays alive. So to win the clan war, every single player of the team has to win a best of 1. Wait a second. Why do they pick more maps? That's weird. We go into Terra's stand.
So it's the 5 remaining maps. So can we theoretically have more than 5 maps? No. So that's the 5 maps.
Ah, the teams ban, like one team bans a map. I see.
Yeah.
So
Twisted gets banned as always, dude. I haven't seen Twisted in so long.
So since a few people are tuning in now, we have to introduce the teams here. We have Team 120 with, of course, the undead Master 120 himself, Focus and Soin. So 2 orcs in that team. Moon, trusting the Night Elves. He is accompanied by Colorful and Check coming back. But he starts throwing his head in the ring, the team captain here, live from Guangzhou. And Focus, man, he was so desperate against Night Elf. And he's facing a team full of Night Elves. I wonder if he has some special plans, but he tried everything, I feel. Burrow rushes, tower rushes, Tinker second. Now on Terra's stand, what will we see? He's up against the world champion. It's not gonna be easy.
Pretty good map, though, I'd say. You mentioned it right there, Shadowhunter Tinker. This is the best map to do it on. Lightning Shield creep, level 2 rush, level 3 quickly as well. And the Expo not too hard to assail. So if he wants to go for the strategy, could be a good map to do it on.
Indeed. The question in the long run is, can Check beat Focus or so on?
Anyone.
Yeah, I think against 120, it's basically impossible. But with Focus being so desperate against Night Elf and Soin not on the top tier of Warcraft at the moment, that has to be Check's opponent, I guess. So, welcome to the game.
I kind of expect this to be going down to the wire between Soin and Check as well, and who's going to get the win here might decide this affair.
Yeah, once again, sorry we don't have in-game sound because this is a restream from China. We were applying for a clean feed or access to the games more than 2 weeks ago. They responded today at 5:20 that we are allowed to restream, but they don't have a clean feed. So this is what we have to deal with here, unfortunately. But yeah, we have Moon in the blue in the bottom right, Focus in the upper left. And yeah, no race switching here. Moon stays true to the Night Elves. Focus is staying true to the Orc race. We have a Keeper of the Grove for the 5th race, and a Shadow Hunter first for Focus. I mean, this is best of 1. If there's a chance for Focus to win something, then in a best of 1, I guess.
Yeah, it's a strategy that he's practiced with. This kind of blew our minds when we saw it the first time, but it's been played more and more over the last couple of weeks. The idea here is rush the Shadow Hunter to level 3, level 4 ideally, and then go for a strong tier 2 timing push against the Night Elf fast Expo. But I always wonder, what if the Night Elf doesn't fast expand here? And Moon being a very cerebral player, as we saw numerous times at WGL, you know what? I'm going to go for a call here and going to say he's not going to fast expand here. What do you think about that?
Moon is so goddamn greedy. I cannot imagine him not expanding. So, yeah, I would argue with that. Here comes the lightning shield, so this poor peon gets electrocuted a little. We have seen the second burrow, so we're gonna get a few more grunts than usual in the early, so the tech is gonna be a little late. Oh, Focus stealing the Shadow Priest here. That's a big deal. So he's gonna have 2 dispels against the Keeper of the Grove.
That's really cool. It's very expensive, though. 195 gold if he goes for both of them. that is going to be a lot of money for him, and that's going to be delaying his tech for a long time. And he is going for both Shadow Priest. Is he going for a second Grunt as well?
Not so sure. Unfortunately, we don't see focus supply here with this overlay. It's actually a pretty poor overlay, I gotta admit. But the big mana potion for the Shadow Hunter. This could be a lot of hexes, a lot of Serpent Wards or Heal Wave, whatever. He stays on tier 1 for the longest time. Not able to tech at the moment. So Moon, of course, with level 2 now, gathering a few Treants. But the Shadow Hunter is here. What can he accomplish? Oh, trying to get the last hit here somehow. Hexing to prevent the experience and gets... I think... No, the Shadow Hunter didn't get it, but neither did the Keeper, right?
Yeah, nobody got it. Night Elf got the last hit, but the hero was hexed. And there you don't receive experience. Hex again on the Keeper of the Grove. This SH here being super aggressive, and now he's going to be thankful for that item. He would have rather had the greater mana, of course, but the greater healing with this harassment that he's facing now. Not too bad either. May perhaps be forced to use it. Keeper still with plenty of mana, but the spells he can use right now, not too effective. Yes, he can summon Treants, but they could get dispelled. And same for the Entangle, of course.
True that. These players have met in W League, of course, as they were both in the Super League, and Focus was so aggressive against Moon then. And there's the expansion, by the way. Ching ching, got it.
Yeah. Okay, I was wrong about that.
and Focus was super aggressive there. With the Blade Master, though, not with the Shadow Hunter, and it worked for such a long time. He threw Moon back hard, but in the end, the 5th race was able to stabilize and then win the game from here. I wonder if it's going to be the same case here. He got a Berserker and a Shadow Priest now himself. But yeah, he has to clean this up. Of course, Focus is aware now that this is happening.
Yeah, must be. Interesting time that Focus chose to retreat. It seemed like he was still strong. He had the 1 Grunt and the 3 Mercenaries, which is really strong this early on. Kind of a hard counter to the Keeper as well. But he chose to retreat at a time when Moon was not level 3 and couldn't have had much army yet. So with that, the expansion is going to finish. Could have Focus perhaps had a timing there to cancel that expo?
Oh, Shadow Hunter surround. Sorry, I gotta... Oh, actually opens it up. Is there another Entangle? Not sure. Nope, it's not. Interesting question. It's always so hard against Treants, I feel. Also with access to the Mercenaries. There was an early Berserker. He constantly had like 2 to 4 Treants around. And Hunters are coming. The expansion was also at a position where you have to kind of die for it. In a little choke. So I don't know if you want to fight there.
I'm pretty sure he has Serpent Wards as well. With that in mind, I think he could have set up perhaps a decent position here. But yeah, he didn't do that. He let it finish. And now with the tier 2, here is the Tinker. This is the strategy that we saw before, mentioned before, but it was much more aggressively played here by Focus. Did he get level 3 here? That's the question. Yes, he did.
Okay, so we got Serpent Wards. We got a second hero as well. I didn't even see what it is. TC?
Tinker.
Ah, Tinker it is, of course. Yeah, against the expansion, Tinker it is. Mass whiffs coming in for the detonate. He's getting rid of the Entangled Goldmine most likely, but what about the army? Huntress are streaming in. Mercenary support as well. Treant summoned in the back line. Oh, this one Shadow Priest is about to die, but no, he dispels against the Treants and keeps them safe. The piercing damage from the Serpent Wards works really, really nicely against the Huntress. Saves the Berserker. Focus is playing this really well thus far.
Yeah, this is a perfect... hard counter strategy. I know exactly what you're gonna play. It's gonna be Keeper early game, Huntress's Berserkers kind of deal into fast expansion. And this is designed precisely against the strategy. And Focus, yeah, as you say, is playing it really well.
Is there slapping back for Moon? More Wisps are coming. He spends a lot of resources repairing this. How much more Serpent Wards are there? We can't, of course, see the mana bars, unfortunately. But more and more pressure. Oh, next Pocket Factory. That's a big one with a little Clockworks. But he kind of needs a shop in the back, I feel, to heal up the units. And to Protector far in the back. Does he have enough damage? We don't know the status of the Tree of Life.
You mentioned the mana. That's the X factor. Usually when the SH runs out of mana, that's sometimes the time to come back for the Night Elf. But the SH found the greater mana potion, remember, from the early. I don't think he used it yet.
Okay, Tinker is quite low. Gets an Archer, though. But that was his Speed Scroll gone, and I think that's all the items he has. Maybe the Mana Potion, but we saw so many Serpent Wards that... Yeah, he used it already.
The shop that you're mentioning, that's the biggest mistake here by Focus. He really should have made a shop here. There's no excuse not to. There's no way you can't spare that gold.
Yeah. There's more mercenaries coming for Moon. He's going for the Tinker again, and no Pocket Factory anymore. Second hero falls, and with that, a lot of damage against buildings, and especially archers is gone as well. He takes out another Shadow Priest, but look at the grunts. Everything wears a Crimson Mask here. He has to retreat without getting the expansion in the end.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of resources, of course, but also a big commitment by Focus. He basically has no tier 2.
Such a strong defense by Moon, dude. This strategy is exactly designed for what the Night Elf was doing here, and still Moon managed to hold on. And the shop that were shown right there for a moment, I think that was the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
No shop, the big problem.
Yeah, imagine clarities on the Shadowhunter there. I mean, it was position-wise, could have been cancelled easily, I guess, with the Keeper. But, yeah. Only now applying the heal selves. It was only a level 1 Tinker, so he's back. We see Shaman for Purge and a little bit of Lightning Shield. There's no tier 3, so no Bloodlust. Going for more mercenaries. He's going in for another push. This expansion has not paid off a single gold dime yet. So it was a big investment of 385 for the building, then the repair, and not a single thing mined yet. Is there a second coming for Focus?
He's certainly trying. No counter expansion attempt for him. Instead, he's going to be going towards that Night Elf expansion. Once again, no TP, by the way, mind you, on Moon. So he has to be very careful with his positioning.
Yeah.
He sees his attack coming early with a Scout Wisp. Well done. So he's coming home in time. But this AP is going to be a nice anchor here to hold this position.
He's buffering a lot of damage away from the Tree of Life. Focus is going for Peon, so I don't know if he has a War Mill. Of course, nice magic damage from range from the Shamans now as well. Oh, Scroll Protection, I love this. There's no AoE dispel for the Orc. We see a Grunt with Lightning Shield, though. I always like that. You are not the biggest fan, and here you can see why. It's being focused away and didn't do too much here in this situation. Second Lightning Shield, but nice Entangle. There's no one touching this unit, and it's been dispelled as well. Level 2 for the Tinker, though, as the Hunters are falling.
But a pretty big surround here from Moon. This AP once again helping out so much. The Serpent Boards don't seem to be in range of all the army, but everything is dropping low here on all sides. This is pretty much on the edge right now. A heal scroll would do wonders, especially for the Orc.
Absolutely.
For the Shadow.
Not sure if he can afford it, though. The Tinker again diving deep a little. Uh-oh, catches the Entangle, and he will die for the second time. This time it hurts a little more as it is level 2. Going for the Keeper of the Grove, who has no TP, no potion. How long can he hold on? Now Moon is in Moonwell range.
There was also a questionable hex, just hexing the Keeper there out of spite, I guess. Couldn't really result in anything. And now level 4 Treants. And yes, you have Dispel, but not AoE Dispel. This is kind of looking like the end of Focus right now, in this game at least.
Big supply lead, I guess. But the question is for how long, as Grunts are falling and more mercenaries are coming. Level 3 Treants, so constantly 4 little summons to help him out, and this Shadowhunter out of position a little hexes the Keeper again to not become not get entangled again. But Moon's expansion is starting to pay off.
But you're right, he killed a lot of stuff here. And if he gets level 5 SH, dude, it's 50 damage Serpent Ward. Still one of the most insane things in the game. Don't know how close he is right now. He's still got a decently sized force. Needs to find kills now. Level 5 is his way back into this, maybe.
Yeah. Thank you very much, JMaster3, for the 12-month resub. Oh my god, finally able to subscribe now that you guys are live. I miss you, no homo. Thank you very much, man. And congrats to
what if the Keeper gets level 3 here? That's gonna be dangerous. Level 6, I mean, of course.
Yeah, Tranquility is very good. But the volleys of Focus are pretty good.
So of experience from the Ogre Mauler, dude. That's a big kill.
Yeah. 5.5 for the Keeper of the Grove. Tranquility is coming in. Oh, so close to 5 now. And the Tinker is back with the Mana Potion and the Clarity.
Oh, that's so nice. Hold up, guys. I thought this was in the books already after the Tinker kill, but not so quick. Where are the peons? They're making a shop right there. That's the best building right now.
Okay, that's gonna be so great. But again, oh no! He cannot die with the Mana Potion on him! That's such a big loss again.
Ooh. That's the Tinker down. So much money in his inventory. Yes, he is level 5. He is level 5.
And super late burrow push now. He took out a lot of Moonwells, right? Moon is supply stuck. He can't go over 50 at all. So where
he can just let the expansion be. The expansion is really well fortified, but what about the main?
That's going to hurt, man. Oh boy.
Main's gonna fall, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. There's no repair on Moon's side, only now. He's trying to intercept this, but I think the damage is just too much.
Dude, it's level 3 snakes. It's level 3 snakes, bro.
Well, the Huntress won't do shit anymore. Oh, but he can't kill the main at the moment. He has to focus on the army now, otherwise he's going to lose everything. This is another lightning shield, and this time it's way better.
Has to kite away from this. This is the cool thing about lightning shield. Maybe it doesn't always deal the most damage, but it forces your opponent to move.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the Serpent Warriors can do their job. Now level 6 on the Keeper.
But he buys the time for more damage, takes out more and more wisps, so I guess there's no repair anymore. And the burrow is helping now. So much piercing damage on Focus's side. But maybe Moon can intercept the reinforcements. It's really hard to strengthen the army now for Focus with this position. And the main is still alive.
And the archers, now that he's going more into, don't take that much damage from the piercing. The hunters, of course, will die quickly, but Moon is breaking this position once again like he did earlier with the expansion. Are you kidding me?
The tree is still up. I can't believe it. Mass Focus with the Serpent Wards now. OB, show it. Is it going down? Yes, it is. So finally, he's breaking one base. Huntress Hall down as well. So no Huntress, no Glaives anymore for Moon. Only Archers and Mercs. The resiliency of Focus is admirable in this game.
Has he done it? He's gonna be level 6 Shadow here.
Big Bad
When
Voodoo
do we
or
ever
what?
see this?
More Treants though. What a game. 29 supply against 38. Tiny advantage for Focus. And here comes the Keeper. A victim of this game thus far. But Pocket Factory and Clockworks are insane against Archers now. Shadow
Right,
Priest
here we go.
dies.
Comes in again. The Grunts here will be dying. Maybe. Oh, actually doesn't have the follow-up damage, so he's forced away from his main. His entire main has disappeared. Has to work with only the expansion now. And that is not good, man. It's tier 1 against tier 2 after all.
Yeah, Moon had to invest a lot of resources into Moonwells as Focus just broke his entire base and just continues the push. And this is gonna be almost level 3. Uses the Purge on the Huntress, but nice Shadow Melt by Moon. So can he break the expansion as well? Or just get rid of the Moonwells again to keep the supply advantage. I think it's a very smart move by Focus to not go immediately for the expansion, but take out the infrastructure first.
There's level 3 Tinker. Here we go. Big level up for the Siege upgrade from the Pocket Factory, I suppose.
Yes. Cluster Rockets!
Oh, it is actually. Okay.
Haven't seen that in a long time. Usually it's always the passive, but wait, he has the passive as well.
Yeah, it's 1/1/1.
Ah, it's so nice. Against Tranquility, you have the dispel, the disable from that. It's a mini stun.
You do?
Yeah.
But he also has Hex, so
maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
Now he has 2 ways, I guess.
What a start to next winter. This epic battle between Moon and Focus, such an unusual game. And again, the shop comes into play now. Moon can only go for Archers. There's still no Huntress Hall. And I think he can't go for Mercs. Oh, double Purge on the Keeper. There is an Invo Potion trying to trigger it immediately. Lots of mana used on those Shamans here. And the Invo Potion in his shop is gone as well. No clarities for the Keeper anymore.
Alright, this is finally it. Focus has had him in a chokehold for such a long time. Tranquility coming in, has to cancel it. There we go with the Hex. It did do some healing, but not that much. Can Moon hold one more time?
Oh, the AP is gone. Grunts are about to fall. The Keeper is surrounded there. Is the damage enough? Not yet. He gets to the Moonwell, drinks a little juice, so he's kind of healthy again. But 3 Archers are about to fall as well. Moon loses the game to Focus. What a surprise here, Ant-Man. Is that a relief or what? Big smile on the Korean face. Against all odds, basically, and maybe against his mindset as well. I was told by a little bird that he actually practiced Night Elf before this event. to be able to play Night Elf Mirror, but he's staying true to the Horde, and it pays off so well. Perfect counter to Moon's greedy expansion play here on Terranas. Focus is done for the day, most likely, and Moon stays alive. What a game.
Absolutely. Sick plays there. A strategy that we saw before, but not quite as aggressively played. And I think that was really impressive from both sides. Focus played really well, but that first hold by Moon, I was like, how is this even working, man? This is supposed to break him. But Focus coming back really strong. Super cool game, dude.
I agree.
Really cool.
I really like the sharp positioning by Focus at the attack in the back. Like, super far down, so the Treants can't really reach it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really attackable because the army was constantly between the Night Elf and the shop. That was so nice. Thank you, Korek5, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you for the dono. What a game, he says, and I can only agree. That puts Team 120 in a pretty good spot. Moon, of course, stays on the stage. I mean, he can be substituted if they so desire. But for Team 120, we will either see Soin or 120 now.
So, have to put in Soin, right? If you put in...
Does it really matter?
I mean, every player has to win.
Yeah.
But Soin is very unlikely to win against Moon. So seed him now so that he gets to play against Jack or Colorful later, where it's more likely that he wins, right?
I think it doesn't really matter.
Because if you seed 120 now, he defeats Moon, and then 120 is out, and then you have to bring in Soin against Moon.
Yeah, and then Soin had to play maybe 3 games in a row, as Colorful is super strong against Orc as well. And then the mindset, like, if Soin would lose against Moon and Colorful in a row, that's not the best momentum going into the final set. So yeah, most likely Soin now. That's hard for him anyway. It's pretty cool that the tier 2 players are the deciding factor in this format. Putting a lot of pressure on them, putting them in a new situation here.
Soin, of course, has been picked up recently by a team as well.
Yes.
We've been talking about him for at least 2 years now, saying how he's been getting stronger and better, bit by bit. Hasn't had that big breakout performance yet. Speaking of big breakout performance, the next previous to this is where Colorful broke out of the ranks.
Yes, absolutely.
And showed up with flying colors.
Saved China into the decision game, or the ace match, which then 120 lost to Moon. But yeah, maybe we see a similar story here for a Soin, for a Chimiko, like a tier 2 player who's really making a splash at one of those team tournaments. It's really fascinating how players play different in team formats than it is in one-on-one. Like at WGL, Focus would have never won, I guess, against Moon, because he's like not that great in one-on-one as he is in team games. Same goes for WFZ, who constantly carries the undead teams in race wars. But in one-on-one, it's just different.
Yeah, kind of weird. Comes down to the day as well, I guess. Focus has had some pretty good showings in GCS previously. Thinking back on the 3rd place, when was it? 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. But I think he looked super solid today.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be the last we see of him today. Whereas Moon, again, gets to stay. Different format here. Loser stays.
Well, we're going to have a 3rd clan war, so we don't really know if that's it for today for him.
Right.
But for this clan war, he can rest and he can put the pressure on Soin and 120. Can you cover for a bit? Because I need a new coffee and...
Yeah.
All right. See you in a bit, guys. Remo stays with you.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever see loser stays. Can't remember any other tournament where this has happened, Warcraft 3 or otherwise. Kind of interesting. I wonder if there's any way to kind of abuse that system. I can't see one right now. In the end, you still need to get 3 wins, but each of your team member has to win. So yeah, I guess it's more dependent on having a well-rounded lineup rather than just having one star. It's a little unusual, something to get used to, certainly. But we will here over the next 2 days. We're going to have 6 clan wars in total. And presumably 3 today, 3 tomorrow. We don't know exactly, but should be that way. On what patch are they playing on? 1.30. So not the newest one yet. Not the one on BattleNet. NetEase has not yet updated. It usually always takes them a little while. It is assumed that it's going to be on the 5th of February or shortly after, which is Chinese New Year, when, in the Chinese scene, everything kind of gets mulled over. Do you know which day will be WC3CL's next opening for teams? I have no idea, dude. I haven't played in WC3CL for such a long time as well. Can't tell you. One American co-caster tomorrow. We're already going to be the both of us. And triple cast online is kind of weird, so I don't know. Offline is better because you don't have the internet delay and you have actual face-to-face where you can read each other better. Online's a little bit difficult. Keeper Akuma should still be really strong. They certainly are. Have the game started yet? Yes, we saw the first game. Focus taking out Moon, surprisingly.
I'm back, honey. How you doing?
Good. Very energized and fit and ready.
Of course. So this will continue tomorrow. But it's not the only cast tomorrow, Remo, as you will have double duty on Monday.
Yeah. That's right.
Not only that we close the next winter event tomorrow, but also a best of 7 2-on-2 show match between Team MTW, Cash and Hawk against Happy and Imperious. What an unlikely duo that is.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I haven't done 2-on-2 casts in forever, it seems like to me. But it's gonna be cool. MTW boys going up against... I came up with a nickname for Happy, by the way. You want to hear it?
Of course.
It's Europe's Goodwill Hunting. You get it?
Not really. I haven't seen this movie in ages.
Because it's so much wasted potential. That's why.
Ah, that's a good one, man.
Thank you.
That's a good one. How long did it take you? or how did it came to your mind?
I don't know, just pop into my mind like last week or so.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Have you seen the mirror between 1-0 and Happy that everybody is raving about on our YouTube? Against 1-0, man. So good.
Was it on Terra's stand or was it?
Yeah, on Terra's.
I saw that on stream. Yeah,
it's so sick.
A little bit of it. Yeah, he's pretty good, man.
So then, wait. It's either Echo Isles or Northern Isles now, as the Night Elves have the pick, I guess. No. It's Concealed Hills or Echo Isles for the Avengers. For the Night Elf team. But we don't know what the map is, actually.
Yeah, or maybe they did like... First the one team gets to ban, then the other team gets to ban. Then the other team gets to pick the map following, there's that format as well.
Yeah, I tried to get some information beforehand, but the organizers very calm and collected, I might say.
At least they're not losing their cool, that's good, I guess.
So here we see Soin in his first event for LF Lucky Future. What's up?
Dude, did you see? The Chinese stream has 440,000 viewers. Wow, not bad.
Well, it's not viewers, it's like an activity indicator.
Okay.
So it's like a metric that combines viewers, amounts of chat messages, amounts of donation, puts it all in one metric, and that is what I don't know what it's called, but yeah, 400,000 is pretty damn awesome. I think a normal stream of 120 of TH and Infi, which is kind of like the most famous alongside Ted, has like 150,000, and they are super popular as well. So yeah, nice to see that.
So they don't even have the viewer count stat anymore.
Nope.
Huh. Well, China always decides to inform you of certain things and not inform you of others, don't they? So, in line with their tradition, I'd say.
That's true. Focus 1 against Moon on 1.301. What? Yeah, man, you're not dreaming, Showtime. You are awake. This is reality. You gotta catch up on that one. Oh,
I really think he played this super well, dude.
They switched out Moon as well.
Wait, what?
It's Soin versus Czech.
All right, that changes everything.
It's Concealed Hills as the map, and it's Soin versus Czech.
So, wait, how? Does that mean after every best of one, you're always switching both players?
You can. If you lose, you can switch. If you win, you are forced to switch.
But can you switch any time you lose, or one time, or what?
I think any time.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically like Hearthstone, where you have like 3 different, what's it called in Hearthstone? Is it a race? Is it a hero?
Class?
A class, exactly. You can swap that out as well. So, a second Orc versus Night Elf in a row. Focus has done his duty. He can rest for this clan war. This leaves 120's team with, of course, the team captain and Soin, while all 3 Night Elves still have to win their game. And Moon wants to take a little rest, as it seems. Maybe not the best mentality after this loss. It was a very stressful game, so maybe he just wants to take a break. Re-energize, reconsider. But okay, it seems like we have a little bug joining this. Man, the comeback of Czech to offline tournaments. He was also very, very good in the China versus Korea clan war back in 2016 in WGL. He sometimes reaches the top 8, but not too often. I think in in some summer tournament he made it to the top 4, but that was his biggest accomplishment. So in what shape
Focus was 3rd.
Exactly. And Foggy TH in the finals.
That was a good finals, man. It was good times.
So is Czech used to the keeper meta yet? Will he play old school Demon Hunter because he played it for like 15 years straight and feels more comfortable with it? We'll see.
Also, looking at this from Focus's from Soin's perspective, this is pretty surely, like 95% sure, going to be his easiest opponent. Meaning, if he loses here, it's only going to get more difficult for him.
Yeah, absolutely. In the qualifiers, Czech survived the group with Lawliot, Cini, and TBC, which I certainly didn't expect. He won the game against Cini. Cini, it was a Night Elf Mirror, though. Oh, was it? Yeah, it
Night
was.
Elf Mirror? Really?
Yeah, it was Night Elf Mirror, according to Wikipedia, with Keeper Alchemist all the way. And Czech also defeated TBC with 1-0. So that's how he got into this tournament. Soin was that was a super tough group, man. Soin was with Focus, TH, and Sock. And Soin defeated TH 2-0 and Sock 2-0. So really good matchup versus Human, as it seems. TH.
It's gonna help him a lot in this tournament.
Well, that's Chimiko, you know. But yeah, he eliminated TH. It was a super close tiebreaker as Focus TH and Soin won 2 games and lost 1. So it was kind of a tiebreaker. Only the map score decided who's going to this offline event. And Soin was 4-2, TH was 4-3. And that's why the 3X, the former world champion, is not in this tournament.
Alrighty. So here we go. Second attempt seems to be working. And now it's up to Soin to defeat Czech. A lucky draw here, I guess we could call it for him, going up against the easiest out of the 3 opponents. And if he does win here, the Orc player, it's going to put Team 1-0 in a magnificent position here now to win this entire thing. Absolutely.
1-0 would then have to win 1 out of 3 games against Czech, Colorful, and Moon. Of course, we know that Moon is incredibly strong against Undead. Would love to see that matchup. But 1-0 is the strongest Undead Night Elf in the world. Colorful, not too great against Undead, I feel, in Czech. We really don't know. Soin, not going for the Shadow Hunter here on Concealed Hills. He's going for the old school Blade Master with a 1 burrow thus far. No shop yet. So usually for Orcs, we have seen, okay, there's the shop. We have seen a lot of aggression on this map. Sometimes rushing over immediately in Windwalk to prevent the level 3 Keeper of the Grove. Sometimes they stop to creep the little crabs because there is the possibility of a Tome of Experience. So I wonder how aggressive Soin takes this.
The painful thing about this map here, as in all cases against the Keeper, is when there is no Merc Camp access. And there certainly is no access here, as there is no Merc Camp on the entire map.
Absolutely.
Which can be pretty problematic.
It is a new map, so Soin is certainly more used to this than Czech is. Czech coming back out of retirement, as we said before. But he seems to know the creep route. This is basically set in stone. And Soin, this is for Orcs a very unusual start. I studied some replays here because I'm doing this German show for Rocket Beans, and we portrayed Concealed Hills just this week. And I've, like, out of 10 Orc replays, I've only seen this creep start once.
So usually it's more like Circlet and Crab, or what?
Yeah. Circlet Crab, or not even the Crab, just running over immediately. But alright, he gets the ring here. And the tech normally on 1 Orc Burrow. So a totally different approach than Focus had.
Grunt here getting a little bit aggressive, getting a little bit frisky, but realize it's probably time to go back. He's probably got a Keeper of the Grove, if I read this correctly. So will retreat, keeps the ring, by the way. Blade Master with only level 1.5. And the first Grunt dropping pretty low. It's going to turn nighttime soon, so he can go to the fountain if he wants to. I think there's only 1 more entangle, but that 1 entangle should be sufficient. Does he have a scroll of speed here? I don't think so, right? He did not bring a scroll of speed. That's going to cost him his first Grunt's life. Oh, he did have a scroll, but actually, entangle was lasting too long. That is really painful. When you go 1 borrow tech and you lose that first Grunt, suddenly there seems to be very little that you can do.
True. Also, he had the speed scroll, yeah, but no dust, so he couldn't reveal the archer to get the revenge kill. Of course, fountains are pretty helpful for Orcs in general, with Grunts and the Invis Blade Master, but I was thinking, like, for Hunts it's very good as well. Czech, though, doesn't go for that, as it seems. Tech a little ahead for Soin in his, I think, first official game for LF.
Yeah, really interesting that Czech isn't going for the Huntresses, which looks so strong against Orc.
Yeah.
Pretty much always.
But I guess the loss of the Grunt just showed why people are usually much more aggressive with the Blade Master alone and skip on Grunts or creep simultaneously, because it's so easy against Entangle to lose them.
I think you want to be either really aggressive or creep really hard, but creeping first and then going across the map with level 1 and 1 Grunt, that seems like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah. Soin seems to have a little issue here. Pausing the game again, we see 1-0 in the back. Maybe helping to translate a little to call the admins. Alright, going out of game. So are we. Not the greatest early for Soin for sure.
But like, what's Czech gonna be making here? He doesn't have a Hunter's Hall. Is he gonna make talents?
I think I haven't seen talent this entire patch.
Not at WGL. We saw on this very map Moon versus Ash.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
It was a really sick game. I mean, every Moon game was a sick game, dude. It's just unbelievable how on fire he was.
Yeah. And every game was also fun. It wasn't like super dominating. Every game had a little interesting twist to it. Especially
every Moon game, you mean?
Yeah, every Moon game.
Yeah.
Especially the games against...
out of appreciation for, I think, skill and shape. Most people could enjoy Moon's games there.
Yeah,
every one
absolutely.
of them.
Yeah, that's really an interesting question. Like, what is Czech going to do? Talents are certainly an option. I haven't seen a Hunter's Hall at all. There's also not too many archers, I guess. So, of course...
There's 5 archers. And I'm always worried when I see Night Elves going 5 archers. I'm like, oh, don't make Hippo Riders, dude. That's how you lose the game 100%.
Well...
You can do it against Undead.
Yeah.
You can do it against Night Elf. But not against Orc, dude. Not against Orc. Spiritling is gonna destroy you.
Yeah, most likely the damage is really lacking. But we have seen Hippo Riders work in some games, even against Orc. But in general, you were absolutely right. Yeah, if you're tuning in late, you only missed one game where Focus defeated Moon, so it's 1-0 for Team 120. People say it's a little dark. I don't know how to change that, actually. I think I can't, because this is a restream, so I can't change gamma in-game or whatever. It is a little different than usual, and of course, our overlay is not working here. Speaking of our overlay, we finally fixed the staff bug, which was quite annoying, but now it's fixed. Yeah.
Woohoo!
So before the Thunder and Fire cast, that start next week as well, Wednesday, I think, with Group A. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun, man! So much content here at the end of the lunar calendar. So much awesome content. We joined the game. Oh no, actually not. We just see Soin. Focus right behind him. 1-0 as well. Seemed to be a bigger problem as it seems.
We know him. Did you see?
Who?
The guy just walking into the frame, the big boy. Isn't he? God, I always forget his name. Xiao Chan?
Ah, I didn't see, unfortunately. Check in the greatest of moods.
Look at how I'm feeling. Heavily sponsored by ROG here. Big sponsors coming in again, I wonder, perhaps. We saw in the scene switcherino animation that they're also sponsored by Chinese whatever bank, which is a really big bank, by the way.
That is indeed cool. ROG is sponsoring a lot of those tournaments from NetEase. I saw that, I think, at Super WGL as well. But yeah, that banks are interested now. I mean, this is a mixed game event, so it's not only Warcraft, it also has Overwatch and StarCraft and some mobile games. So the sponsorship is not only for Warcraft, but it's still cool to see. Oh yeah, it is Xiao Tan. And the guy behind Soin is the Korean translator, right?
Yeah.
All right, we know him as well.
Yeah, talk with him quite a bit on the bus. Good guy. They're all good dudes.
Yeah, that's true. These people are helping us so much whenever we are in China. By the way, you were so motivated learning Chinese when we were in Shanghai. How's it going? Did you start it?
Yeah, I have checked out some stuff. I want to take courses. That's, of course, the most efficient way to do it. They're pretty expensive, I noticed.
Really? Here in Hamburg, it's not.
No, it's like a set of 8 days, each having like 2-hour courses. So 16 hours is like 360 euros.
That's a lot cheaper here in Hamburg.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to commit to that. Maybe I'm going to start out with a book or something.
I downloaded an app to start things before I do a Chinese course called Lino or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it teaches you the basics, and it's for free, so maybe you can do that as well. It's always cool, like if you have to wait for a bus, you can do a little lesson.
Yeah, I'm really interested actually in the language. I'd love to take courses and stuff, but I know, man. It's a little high for me.
Duolingo, exactly. Duolingo it is. Foggy, by the way, is staying in China for the Thunder and Fire event. I was a little worried because his visa was expiring at like today, I think. But still he has to play Thunder and Fire, and I was worried that he has to play from the Ukraine. But no, he went to Hong Kong, extended his visa, and so he can stay a little longer and have the best ping possible. So game continues. And I hope the problem is fixed. It's a lot of stuff for check already.
It's 6 archers. It's usually the number where you say, that's a lot of archers.
Yep, we did say that. That's correct.
Meaning it could be Hippo Riders.
Could be Hippo Riders. Could also be an engine of war push. Yeah, interesting, right? For Stomp, I guess. I mean, Shockwave doesn't do shit.
He's trying to delay things. Soin's experience gain isn't looking the greatest in this match here. Wisps are coming. Is this really an AP push? Does he even have a Hunter's Hall? What's in the base? I'd love to know. Soin doesn't have much right now. It's level 2 Entangle, by the way. He does have Shamans against it, though. Well, 1 Shaman, I should say. Yeah.
Oh, nice Acid Bomb hitting everything. Purchase the Entangle, that's nice. So that doesn't give him too much purge against the Treants at the moment. But of course you can gather a lot of Shamans. They are very fast to produce. So that was a nice hold thus far. Lightning Shield
super supply stack. Still supply stack, but it seems intentional, I guess. He's not making anything more. He was getting ready for this push. Perhaps he's really aware of the strategy that Czech wants to play. Doesn't even need to get ready to 50 supply. And this is looking a little weird. Like, what's the plan here? Did Czech just want to go to his base, entangle 1 unit after the next, and then kill his base with archers?
I think he wanted to go for the burrows, because there's no chance that Soin at this point has reinforced defenses, and then just overwhelm with mass. But this didn't work at all because Soin was there in the base, protecting his base, and so his entire plan fell apart.
Shaman timing there was really good. The next entangle cancelled by Purge again. Keeper only 140 mana anymore. Yeah. Can't commit to a push like that. Finally, we get to see a look in the Night of Main, and it's Hippo Riders.
So the TC choice now, a little questionable because there's going to be a lot of air, and the TC can't attack air. His spells can't attack air. We see another Purge, though. The Keeper, of course, there's no end snare here, but he can't slow him. He can't stop him, and he can't surround him. That's the TP for sure. Saves a bit of moon juice here. We see the first Hippo Riders. The expansion is up, but heavily under creep fire here.
But you know, as you guys can tell, I'm not the biggest fan of Hippo Riders. But yeah, against this army, it's actually pretty good. Nothing can shoot up. Normally, Spirit Link and Ensnare is going to rip apart that army. But this is a very different army that the Orc is having.
But Bat Riders should be the natural counter. Does he have the time to go for bats?
Doesn't even have a bestiary, man.
Yeah, I know. Did he see the hippos yet? I think he does, right? I mean, at least now. But did he see it before?
I don't believe so. But he saw 6 archers for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a pretty easy to assume transition.
Okay. He doesn't have any counter right now. First Shaman is dead. No bestiary as far as we can see here. Ouch!
Oh man, he's absolutely got nothing against them.
It's 2 Shaman that can attack air. That's it.
Oh my god, now a war mill is coming.
That response was so late. Yeah, the burrows can do a little, but...
That's looking rough.
How long can he turtle in his base? I mean, that's exactly what what Czech wants. Oh my god, this damage is surreal. Keep him stuck in the base, let the expansion pay off, maybe even creep. You can creep the dragon super fast with the 2 hippos. Yeah, Stomp doesn't do anything against air, Lightning Shield doesn't do anything against air, Blade Master can't attack air. Oh my god, this is...
Yeah, this strat from Soin looked pretty decent at certain points, but it has some serious lacking points as well. And yeah, that's the air. I think with that strat, you can fit in a war mill somewhere to have transition into headhunters if you need to. But I didn't have it, and now it's looking really desperate, man.
Okay, reinforced defenses. That's the first thing he does, and headhunters. So at least a little bit of anti-air. But just imagine building a bestiary and then having Bat Riders. Wouldn't that be the natural counter, like the easiest counter possible?
He can still unload the hippos, though, and then it's only 1 bat for 1 hippo, not 1 hippo rider.
Yeah, but then, I mean, you have the Blade Master and the TC against archers. That's quite okay.
Yeah, but
and Lightning Shield.
Getting 2 bat riders out, that takes a long time. Takes the bestiary, takes 2 bat riders. Might work. I'm not sure.
Oh, the volleys are so good against the headhunters.
I think earlier headhunter transition is the more reliable way to go about this.
One of them is dead already. Yeah. And the headhunters can be easily picked apart by Entangle.
Yep. That's important here that he was able to find so many kills onto the shamans earlier. Otherwise, there could be a critical mass of headhunters to fight against these hippos. But now they just get picked apart one by one. There we go. And dude, Soin is getting bled in this game.
Yeah, and we were questioning, like, is Czech able to win his game? Because every single player has to win a map to for the clan or for the team to advance. And Czech was the weakest link by far. We have Colorful and Moon as his team members. And that would be a gigantic win for Team Moon.
Yeah. And could be problematic for what Team 1-0. As we said at the beginning here, Soin's road is only going to get more difficult. Oh, tier 3's coming in. He needs a Hunter's Hall for marksmanship, Neo.
Yeah, here we go. Hunter's Hall is on the way.
Oh, there it is.
Damage intensifies indeed. Shop is down. We do have 2 headhunters. That's about it, though. Tier 3 Orb of Lightning would, of course, be nice, but Czech is doing such a good job of picking the anti-air apart. Maybe losing 1 hippo, but not even that. Nice Storm. But the TC, though, there is a Town Portal, Invul, and a Potion, so he's so ready for that. But that buys him some time, I guess, but it's also time for the expansion. Invul Potion first, stays in this fight, kills a lot more units to the Town Portal, is worth it in the end. This is so much experience as well on Czech's side.
Yeah. Still so surprised that Soin was not ready for these hippo riders at all. Like, not in the slightest.
It's really a big mistake by Soin. After the 6 archers, to not expect air.
It's kind of mean of us, perhaps, to harp on this so much, but you could kind of see it coming. But he's gonna have more chances later.
Yeah, it's either Engine of War push or this. So it was quite obvious, and yeah, again, no 2 anti-air units. What can he do, man?
It's a painful game.
Of course, he doesn't want to give it up.
Maybe he doesn't know about the expo. Does he know about the expo?
Not sure. He has absolutely no time to go for a bestiary now. This will be picked apart by the hippos instantly. It's so many. It's 70 supply hippo riders. And they do damage in that mass. It's like
this is how I played the Night Elf campaign, dude. Just mass hippo riders.
Do they have the marksmanship already? I don't know. It's a great, great, great upgrade. Attack upgrade as well. Czech wants to finish this now. Mass repair, of course. Even hero kills, like even if he gets the Keeper or Alchemist, Does that change anything? I don't think so.
Nah, dude. You can just buy him back.
Marksmanship!
Oh boy! Game was close before, but once that upgrade finishes, definitely
changes everything, Remo. Marksmanship changes everything.
Oh, Alchemist is around. It seems like he's gonna die. At least something going. Oh, never mind.
Staff seem to be a little behind me here. But he has a potion, even Orb of Venom, Ultra Vision coming. Check is like getting everything he needs. Or, well, he has everything he needs, but just getting better and better stuff. Taking his sweet time, enjoying this. Creeping the rest of the map. Maybe going to 5-5 or something. Oh, Flute. That's a nice upgrade as well. So, Marksmanship, Attack upgrade, and Flute. Pretty good.
Alright, he needs 1 or 2 more attack upgrades, and he's gonna get +3 from the Flute. Let's go.
TC level 2, so finally the aura. And he's getting a few headhunters now. But he's never been given the time for tier 3. Oh my god, this damage. Big mana potion is nice and all, but level 4 on the alchemist. It's still only shaman headhunter. And only
but hey, fighting spirit, you know, from Soin.
Yeah.
He's not giving up. Giving it his all.
What's the building on the expansion in the bottom right? Just a shop?
Tower, probably.
Oh, okay.
I'd say. Haven't seen it, though.
Me neither. So once again, focus on the headhunters, while the rest of the army is dealing with the little ground army that Jack has.
We also have to say he's doing really good hippo micro here. He's keeping them at max range almost always.
Blade Master about to die here. Poison is still hurting, but the heal scroll saves him for now. But the rest of the army is just falling. 80 supply and 1,200 gold. Everything is just falling. It's a massacre.
Come on, dude. It's time.
Too many spears raining from above. Poison everywhere. Low HP everywhere. Oh, he could tick down, maybe? Ah, no.
Maybe it says in his contract with LF that he can't GG if he's below, if he's above 30 supply.
GG it is, and check at his comeback tournament, winning the game against Soin, equalizing this, and yeah, the weakest player of Team Moon has won his game here, putting his team in a good position. The uncle doing his best, overwhelming with Hippo Riders. Just to win by strategy and lack of scouting.
Yeah, it's kind of a Twitch chat win right there. Like when there's games sometimes, and then there's 5 knights on the ground, and then they were like, "Well, why didn't you just make frostworms? Knights can't attack frostworms." Yeah, it's, sometimes it goes like that, man. When nothing can shoot up. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, very weird to see. Oh, damn, Rapids in chat. Nice to see you, dude. How you doing? How's Korea? Yeah.
Yeah, he was with us yesterday already when we streamed the little Korean Weekly Cup. Seems like he can't get enough of us, understandably so. Rapid, great caster for StarCraft, so check him out, follow him if you like that game.
Learning so much Warcraft 3, that's the perfect time to do it as well.
Exactly, and can you imagine how much he learns if you continue your educational series on our YouTube as you started already with the Lightning Shield creep tutorial?
Yeah.
Special Remo creep routes would be good.
Yeah, I definitely have one lined up for special Remo creep routes. But a lot of good ones are gone, actually. Like Ancient Isles, I had a really good special Remo creep route, but Ancient Isles is gone. I guess I could do Twisted Meadows, even if nobody plays it anymore. But yeah, I got some stuff lined up. Definitely gonna be doing more of those.
Nice. So we see Team 120 here, talking about the next player, I guess. Focus, of course, is what is it? Bench? No, he's done. So it's between Soin and 120. What can they do? Who will Team Moon see? It's gonna either be Colorful or Moon, of course. 120 does not seem like he wants to play right now. Of course, they want 120 versus Moon at some point.
Thank you very much, Rabaker, with the Prime sub.
Thanks, man.
I'm scared for Team 120 here, to be honest. If Soin can't take out Check, who can he take out?
And the strategy seemed pretty solid against every other tactic, I guess, with the Headhunter Shaman thing. Also, he has like this special TC first Headhunter early thing that he displayed at WGL.
It all seems so gimmicky, though.
Well, what else can you do? There's no cookie cutter strategy against Night Elf anymore.
I think the best reliable strategy they already played, I think Terranos is by far the best map for Orc with that Shadowhunter strat against Night Elf. That's gone, obviously, with Focus taking that win, which was an important win, by the way.
Yeah. We gotta admit that this was... Oh, Moon is playing again. This was the map choice of Check, so it's up to Soin now to decide where to play. Twisted and Amazonia is out. Of course, you don't want Amazonia anyway, especially not against this man here, the current reigning world champion, who is 0-1 in this tournament, though, after being defeated by Focus. So do you remember the map they chose? Or the two maps they chose?
No.
Echo, I think? Maybe they show it now. No, they don't.
Amazonia is vetoed, if I remember right.
Amazonia is vetoed immediately, and Twisted is vetoed immediately. We saw Terranas, we saw Concealed Hills. So it's down to Echo and Northern and Last Refuge, I guess.
Yep. The fan vote here in favor of the Avengers. That's surprising.
It was a little higher before. Like now it's at 60%. Before it was 75 or something. I don't think it's surprising. The fan votes always go to Moon. Course. And of course...
What am I saying? It's Moon. Moon defies the China patriotism. But then again, it's colorful in there as well.
And there was a vote, of course, who's going to be the team captain. And pretty interesting. I mean, obviously, the Chinese fans decide this vote as... the Korean scene is not remotely strong enough to battle with them. But Lin and Moon both got the votes. A lot of votes here. Won the vote, actually. Moon, 2,000 votes. Lin, 1,200 votes. And then Fly with 1,000. He's so popular there. Pretty crazy, despite not showing the best results. And 120 won the fan vote over Infi and TH, which is also pretty interesting, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. The Human Brothers don't always do the best in those. We have Hunter in chat as well. Nice to see you, Hunter. How you doing?
Greetings to Peru.
How's your leg? Has it healed? Did you go to Danger's wedding, by the way? Seriously? Or
we weren't invited.
I think it's actually later this year only. I'm not sure.
Okay. So, since Moon and Soin are setting up, we go into a little break here, and then we'll be right back with next winter, game number 3. Who's going to take the lead? It's either Team 120, represented by Soin, or Team Moon, where the team captain plays himself. Stay tuned. So, we are back with the next clan war. Team Moon versus Team 120. Soin still in the seat. We had a lengthy break here. We don't really know why, but it seems like we're going into this still discussing a few strategies with Focus, as it seems the two orcs. Oh, and it's actually not Moon. They put in Colorful.
Early day for him as well.
Indeed, big yawn to greet the audience.
He knows how to sell this hype.
Well, he's just saving the energy for in-game.
conserving your mental fortitude, Neo. It's important.
True that. Of course, it's nice for Soin now to have this, to have Focus as a mentor, because he was successful already against Night Elf with a pretty special strategy. And Soin didn't do too bad against Check in the early, but then, yeah, lack of scouting. And this is what I say, like, since patch 1.30 came out, you need to scout so much more than in previous patches, because you can always be surprised, especially against Night Elf. So I wonder if he learned from that. We have seen the two competitors, and yeah, who's gonna take the lead in this clan war? If Soin loses this as well, it's gonna be match points for Team Moon, and Moon could end the clan war with a win over Soin.
Yeah, man, this is a really tough day. But, you know, under pressure, diamonds are formed. Is this where... What?
That's a Neo thing to say. I didn't expect this from you.
Honestly, I kind of thought the same thing as I heard myself saying that. But it's true though, regardless. We are looking for that storyline here, of course. We're always looking for that something interesting that pops up out of these tournaments. Who's going to be the next Colorful? The rising stars in China were 1-0 Life, and after that, last year, Colorful. Who's going to be the next guy? Yeah. And by China, we mean Korea and China both, I guess. Soin is kind of in the running for that. Chimiko is. Super young guys like 15 Sui now even coming in possibly. But we don't have a dark horse to put our money on. There's nobody where we're saying like, man, it's only a matter of time before he has that big performance.
That's true. But it's a new factor here in late 2018, early 2019, and that's offline performance. Some players are just a lot better compared to the online stuff, where I think favorites prevail more often in early rounds, in early rounds than it is in LAN tournaments. There's always some surprises offline. When it comes to the later stage of a tournament, experience pays off again, and we have fewer upsets in like semifinals, grand finals, but especially in group stages offline. That's an interesting thing to observe.
Yeah, one of the biggest surprises at last WGL was 1-0 not making it out of the group, making it a non-undead top 8, which was certainly unprecedented, but still a disappointment. Was the second one, right? GCS before didn't have undeads either.
No, 1-0 was there.
Get through? No, 1-0 got through. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He just lost in the quarters to
and WZ
Fly.
Got very close, but Fly took him out. Yeah, that's right.
It's not Sui, it's Sway. So 15 Sway. Okay, learned that.
Sway.
Looking forward to the new Warcraft 3 esports scene coming in with Reforged. Warcraft 3 is so much more fun and entertaining to watch compared to stuff like StarCraft, which is like mostly the same stuff every game. I kind of disagree. I love watching StarCraft, but of course, having Warcraft back is absolutely great. So, seems like we're about to start. We are going on to Last Refuge. Soin's map choice. Colorful seems really tired. He kind of has to win as well, right? Like, it's a very, very decisive match now. Like, Moon is the favorite against Soin for sure. So if Soin stays alive, Moon is the favorite to close this clan war. But if Colorful loses this, then Moon and Colorful are up against 1-2-0, who is undoubtedly the best Night Elf versus Undead player, Undead versus Night Elf player in the world. And he would have map choice on the last map, as Focus won the first set.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Finally, we have a game again. Goodness. Who do we have?
Well, in the bottom left, it is Colorful representing Team Moon, top 8 of WGL, and a Grandmaster of the Night Elf Orc matchup. On the other side, we have Soin, who struggling quite a bit. Were they in the same group? Yeah, right? In Group B at WGL. Wasn't that the game where Soin busted out this TC Headhunter strategy against the Mountain Giants, which was so awesome to see? I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, yeah, on Terranas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So these players know each other. They faced each other offline not too long ago on stage in Shanghai. Now it's a stage again, but in Guangzhou. But this time it's not a TC Headhunter opening. It seems to be normal with a Blade Master. And I said this on Concealed Hills already, that I expect a very, very greedy Blade Master, which I think is the optimal thing to do in the early game. Just not expose your grunts too much, keep them close to the base, start creeping stuff. And with these 3 green spots here, pretty close to the base, I think creeping with grunts works quite well. And we've seen from, for example, Focus against players like Moon, how effective Blade Master Harass can be, especially if you get the chance to kick a Huntress Hall while it's in production.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Soin is not going for the more aggressive route. If you go towards the middle, get the circlet there, you can go for the High Priest right away, and then you can continue harassing, and it's not even that low probability that you're going to keep the Keeper on level 1 by stealing his creeps away from him, because he's always going to go for Treants first, unless he really, really, is afraid of not getting level 2. Anyway, here we see it. Treants first, boom, there we go. And if the Blade Master was more aggressive, he could have delayed this level 2 for a long time if he had done it well. But once again, Soin going for a slower opening. Yeah, I'm not sure that I like this too much myself.
No, me neither. Gets the Gloves of Haste, which is, of course, nice techs as well. So now it's speed scroll time and heal self, but Colorful can basically do whatever he wants. Once again, the 4 Treant creep stuff. Not going for the Murlocs, neither the Shadow Priestess expansion right away. Loses a Treant, the other 2 are ensnared, so quite hard. That is a little opening for Soin, but the Magi is already gone, that's level 2, so we have Entangle to disable this blade.
Yeah, and there was no detection here whatsoever. If the blade had been across the map earlier, that would have been an easy last hit, would have kept him on level 1 easily. But yeah, he gets an Archer at least. But that's gonna be all for now.
But there's a Huntress Hall, and it's at 50%. With the Gloves of Haste, is that enough damage? He can't repair, but he doesn't want to commit to this. I think it's a great idea to focus on the Huntress Hall. He will most likely know it better if the damage is enough or not. But if you kill the Huntress Hall, it throws the Night Elf back by so much. It disables Huntress, it disables Glaives. Especially on this patch, disabling Huntress is worth so much, as it gets rid of a lot of scouting as well.
If you want to do it reliably, though, you have to do it with a 2 borrow tech. Can't hope to do it with 1 grunt. The grunt isn't even here. The grunt is parked in the base. He's afraid of losing that one.
I'm pretty sure you can do it with a Blade Master alone.
Yeah, but what if the Keeper comes with Entangle?
Well, yeah, that's true, but
it's not gonna work.
I saw it work, so it's not impossible.
Yeah, but for it to work, you have to rely on your opponent making mistakes. In my opinion, usually that's not a good strategy in general. But Soin's early game efficiency, once that's going to be a nice attack here. Entangle coming in. Oh, this could be expensive. This is going to be a cancel, right?
Yep, it is.
He was waiting for that perfectly. That was nice.
So he's trying to set it up again. Blade Master's at 50%. The first Huntress is coming in. So we have the Owl Scout. Blade Master's always going to be revealed. But this should be a later tech then. Yeah, he stays at tier 1 for now. Colorful is.
Three grunts now moving out of his base, as it seems. Soin's early game efficiency here is so lackluster. He's like barely getting anything done.
He's gonna get a fastish level 2 if Colorful allows this. But he will creep to level 3 in the meantime. And it's gonna... Oh, it's again TC, Shaman, Grunts, I guess.
Alright, which should be better against Hunts at least than it is against Hippo Riders.
Yeah, we're not seeing the mass air that Czech played at all. with the lack of archers here. I mean, he could still transition to it, but with the Blade Master movement here, he sees the army the entire time. This time he should be prepared. So is it a Tinker play then again, as Focus did against Moon? Or is he going for the Shadowhunter? No, we saw a TC. Yeah, sorry, saw a TC.
Tier 3, okay, now we're talking. Bloodlust, baby? Oh shit.
Well, can of course always be dispelled with wisps, but it's super expensive. Going or forcing dryads could be a thing, because like shamans are not good against dryads. That's gonna be interesting. Like rushing tier 3, the keeper gets the first grunt with a level 2 entangle, but Soin denies it. This was also something that he didn't do against Czech.
I'd have to refresh my stream here.
Alright. Blade Master's coming in for the next harass, getting rid of the entangled gold mine, delaying this expansion for a little. He knows that the keeper is far away, so he doesn't have to be afraid about entangle from the keeper. He's a little distracted here, as it seems, from the illusion. But yeah, the keeper sees tier 3. So he knows he has a bit of time to prepare for what's to come, as no tier 2 push is coming out of Soin.
Colorful, is he really? He's forgetting about the entangled gold mine, dude. Look at it. It's still not coming up.
Now it is, right?
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. That took some time. For sure. Tech is on the way, almost done. Attack upgrades as well. Did he build a second engine of war? No, just the one. Blade Master finds the keeper, but there is level 2. TC is coming in. No stun. Yes, aura first. I see. So no stun at the moment. But yeah, Shaman for the Dispel against Entangle, against the Treants. But what's he doing with tier 3? That's the question.
So against what the Orc has right now, Dryads are like the absolute dream. But are they gonna be the end-all be-all against tier 3 as well? What can be coming on tier 3?
Bats.
Berserkers?
But we don't see a Beastery, so most likely not bats. Yeah, Berserkers, Tauren, but...
You know I love my Taurens, dude, but if you want to win this game, probably shouldn't go for them.
Level 2 for the TC, so we have Stomp. Big mana potion on him as well. Little Michael Flatley TC with all the Stomps coming in. Alchemist, of course, second hero of choice for the Night Elf, as it oftentimes is. This is the second engine of war, right? For Soin? For Colorful?
Ancient of Wonders was that, right?
There was a second. There was an engine of war as well.
Okay, didn't quite see it. I was distracted by Incinerator. Thank you for the host, whom we met in Shanghai as well, by the way. Really nice guy from the States. Streaming himself. Check him out.
Anchor Free Incarnation, never wrong against Poison Ivy, plus level 3 on the Blade Master, a stronger Windwalk now. And the TC is getting some levels as well. So, Sobi Mask for the Alchemist. Oh, how good is this?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, yeah. So what's he making, though? Show me the main, please.
There was a second engine of war, by the way, so it's Mass Hunter's Glaives for Colorful, or rather, a few Hunter's Mass Glaives. There's still no Beastery for Soin, I guess. We don't know if it's Master Tech for the Shaman. Could also just be Mass Archers with Marksmanship.
Still a bit away from tier 3, though, I think. And there are the Dryads, yeah. Make a lot of sense right now. Against Headhunters, they could have issues, but... Berserkers, I should say. But they're pretty far away.
Level 3 for the TC.
Dude, how does that work out? Like, Shamans against Hunts. Do the Shamans against Dryads, excuse me, do this at some point, like, out-mana them, and you can spam Bloodlust, or does that not work? Bloodlust is 35 mana now, right?
Yeah.
They have a lot more mana regen, obviously, and a bigger pool.
I think, yeah, but there's Moonwells. I guess it depends on, like, how many you have.
Oh, really, Neo?
Yeah, I mean, those 3 Shaman, they won't do shit. They do have Master, by the way, already.
Oh, Bloodlust, dude.
Bloodlusted Blade. We do have, like, no Orb, right? No Orb of Lightning. I think that's a mistake. He's going hard for the Keeper. Can't block him in. The Blade Master a little too late here. There's also a potion. Wand of the Wind being used twice already. Nice little acid bomb into the Grunts. Chemical Rage being used on the Alchemist. So this push is not working at all. One Grunt down, second Grunt down. And the Dryads and the Heroes hold.
Yeah, Colorful was super ready for this. Very well fortified expansion there as well. Didn't even have to bring the Wisps against the Shaman. Looked cool. It's not over yet, but it's not looking good for Colorful so far. For Soin, excuse me, so far.
Yeah, the expansion is running and running. 65 supply already, like a 20 supply lead for Colorful. The hero is low, down to 50%. The damage is not the greatest, but I mean, piercing damage against Dryads is the natural counter. He disables the Bloodlust on the Blade Master, but it's on the TC on a few headhunters. He's using a lot of Dispel here. That's a nice stun lightning shield combo we got here, though. But the Blade is super low. Does he have some healing? He has the invul, but I guess, yeah, no healing. He has to get out of there soon.
Look at that wide arc, man. Like a 180 degrees almost arc that the Night Elf had. But everything's bloodlusted now. Hold up. These headhunters are doing good damage. The TC dropping lower, has items to use, needs to use them soon. Scroll of Healing coming in, Scroll of Speed as well to retreat here as much as he can. And these headhunters, dude, they're slaying these Dryads.
Yeah, he's trying to run away now because the Blade is so low. So a few more kills for Colorful here. Was there more on the table for Soin? A few Dryads are about to die and he's losing so much running away.
It looked pretty good there for a moment, but in the end, not enough in the tank, especially the heroes, as you said. Blade Master out of invul, out of healing.
And
had
here
to go.
Come the big boys. Mountain Giants, cute for Colorful, and they protect the Dryads as best as you can with Taunt, with medium armor, with 1,600 HP. Level 3 for the Alchemist, so we have the bigger acid bomb as well.
And this army is not good against Mountain Giants, guys. It's Shamans and Berserkers.
So
and
what about Torrents now?
Oh, it's so far away, dude.
Soin had a little explanation.
Yeah.
Why this is not working. Can you repeat that?
Neutron was recommending that orcs in that position, talking to Soin at that moment after the game on Terranos, saying that he should have gone Torrents, but Soin said no, he did not agree, because Torrents, with their big totems on their back, they will just be walking back and forth between the Mountain Giants, not actually attacking at all, being forced further and back by the taunts every now and then. And that way not getting any damage out. So Soin, no fan of the Torrent, I'm afraid.
Also, you would have to invest in the totem, of course. Now we have the orb, which is nice, for especially against the Treants, as it's another purge.
Yeah, that was seriously lacking. Also just for catch and lockdown possibilities against the units.
Yeah.
He does have purge, but don't work against Dryads. And expensive, of course.
Again, a 20 supply lead for the Night Elf. Does he have enough Dispel against the Bloodlust, or will the damage overwhelm him? The 2 Mountain Giants only. It's not 4. It's not the big black hole that he can create. Going hard for the Alchemist. Purchase him. He's slow catching a lot of hits here. You can, of course, ignore the Mountain Giants for a bit and taking care of the Dryads first. Again, the Stomp Lightning Shield combo. I love this. How efficient is it going to be once the archers are gone, though? Oh my god, he's catching so many units with that stomp. Going for the Alchemist once again. Invul Potion breaks the Entangled. Staff out. Alchemist is gone from this fight. And except the Torrent, there's not much left on the field for Colorful. Losing Dryad after Dryad, and of course, they are feeding hard. Invul Potion on the Keeper of the Grove. But the army is disappearing. Except the Mountain Giants and Engines of War. We have bloodlusted peons, by the way.
There's your normal damage.
There's Alchemist is back in the game. 1 Mountain Giant down to 50%. Blade Master is not attacking the Keeper here. I think is out of mana. The Engine of War is falling. Of course, Soin has to retreat a little here. FPS drops, unfortunately, but if he can kill the Mountain Giants, this should be winnable for Soin, but he has to run away. The Blade Master is low. The TC is low. He's still trying to go for this Alchemist. There should be a staff, though. Yep. And Entangle on the TC keeps him low. He can't engage into this again.
All right, Soin has to retreat one more time because of the heroes dropping so low. But that was a magnificent trade for him.
Yeah.
He took out 20 supply, lost like 7 maybe?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's losing a few peons here now, but if he has the time to heal up, that would be nice.
And now he can go to a better 50 supply army, with peons no longer being in there. Look how big this army looks, dude. It's 40 supply, but it's so much stuff because it's all just 2 supply units.
That was a really good time to fight, I guess, with only 2 mountain giants, so only 4 taunts. He was able to ignore them. How's it going to work against 4 MGs, though?
It's going to be more difficult, of course, but 2 are bruised up here a little. Important also for the orc here is invuls, and now he only has 1 shop accessible to him, so he's only going to have 1 invul. There we see it on the blade. He also needs a scroll of healing. He's really scrapped for cash here.
Yeah, I would love to see headhunters as well, not headhunters, witch doctors as well, as Chat is pointing out, but for the healing wards, you need tier 3, and that is just, it takes forever, occupies the lodge, so you just can't afford it. There's no way.
You need at least 3 doctors to make it worth it. 3 doctors, plus training, plus master training, takes forever.
So he's going for the heal scrolls to get the heal, which I like. It's 75 supply now, with a 5 MGs, 6 MGs. He can't ignore them anymore. He's going for the hero focus. Here is Purge, but the staff is out. Stomp a little too late. Is the Alchemist the next target now? Seems like it. It's only hero focus at the moment, but Chemical Rage. Big critical strike, though. He's still stunned. He's still purged. Using the heal potion, purged again. And the Alchemist falls to a critical strike. But now, is it time to to hunt the Keeper? Looks like it. Windwalk, he's super fast. Has to hope for a purge here, I guess. TC's trying to get in with Stomp range. There's nothing on the... Okay, there's the heal potion. Oh, invul potion dodges the stun. That was gorgeous. Dryads are in a super nice concave. Apparently, if you're an orc fan, they are. The mountain giants are far away. Heal scroll coming in for a right time. And what can Colorful do without the Alchemist now? I mean, hoping for the mountain giants to buy enough time, I guess. But they're blocking each other quite nicely as well. Keeper is coming back. I guess he bought the Alchemist at the tavern. Level 5 for the TC. Level 3 Stomp now. Running away from the mountain giants again. Oh, but nice dispels. Wisp coming into the shaman. There's not going to be too much bloodlust. But, okay, hoping for the purge again. Not triggering, not triggering, not triggering. Can't get the Keeper that way.
What a cool game by Soin, dude. This bloodlust is amazing.
Oh, here's the purge! And here comes the stomp as well. The potion was used, but he has nothing! So many crits! 450 damage in 2 strikes! And he's without heroes now. Colorful playing StarCraft with big tanks, though. Another Ancient of War coming in for the rescue. Of course, he's aiming hard for this altar now. Taunts prevent this. He can't get it without raiders, without grunts. He doesn't have the damage. The mountain giants, this looks like Enfos. They're all blocking each other. 2 of them are able to attack, basically. The TC and the Blade Master have to carry this hard. They have the damage, but they're also losing quite a bit of HP. Moon Juice is all empty. It's daytime. He's not getting that back. Oh my god. The game on a knife's edge here. The Alchemist will be back soon, but he does so much damage in the meantime. There we go. Is he blocked? Looks like it. Is there enough damage from this Blade Master? Critical strike again. Ah, there's an invul. Alrighty. He kills the Alchemist again. Triple kill for the orc.
What the hell is this game? Everything's dropping really low, though. The Keeper is back as well. No mana for him, as it seems. He's going to get a couple of exit kills, but once again, really good trading by Soin.
42 supply. He has to get back, though, and I'm kind of worried about his income. He has 760 gold. He could go for the tiny Great Hall.
Oh, that's true.
Because the main gold mines are about to expire.
What a cool game. Also, in moments like these, moments of respite, the thing to consider is it's also time for the shaman to regenerate mana. It's going to be a big deal.
Indeed. And yeah, the mountain giants were using so much moon juice. Finally, it's night again. But the Keeper was without mana. He has to invest quite a bit into items.
Pion's moving over. Does he have the tiny?
Yeah, he does. 42 supply, though. as he invests a lot into this.
Unfortunately, he lost all the lumber peons earlier, so he can't put them into the gold mine immediately.
Yeah, we don't know how much gold is remaining, actually. 1, 2, 5 mountain giants still. How close is the keeper to 6? Not too close, right?
I don't think so. He died so much.
And he was
74 supply, though, against 45.
Yeah, we've seen this before, though. And how good is Bladestorm against mountain giants?
It's okay, I guess. It's not that amazing. TC Stomp level 3 though. That is really good. Best level 3 spell in the game.
Soin is doing a good job in ignoring and cluttering up these mountain giants as good as he can. Of course, you can't ignore them totally because of taunt. Yeah, and because at some point there's not anything else left than the mountain giants.
When the army is bloodlusted, along with the endurance aura, you're so fast that suddenly it's not that hard anymore to walk away from the mountain giants.
Yeah.
If you keep on spam clicking it, as you have to do against the MGs, of course.
So 50 supply for the orc, 80 supply for the night elf, but the heroes quite squishy. He does have double staff, TP, and invul now, though.
Does Soin want to fight in this bottleneck?
Oh,
He's allowing the night elf to come out in the open now.
He does. The mountain giants are breaking through, but he's going hard for the keeper, purging him. There's no disable, though, so he's able to get the invul potion. Blade Master's dropping quite low. Speed scroll being used. He has to get out of there, but the taunt is focusing on both heroes with invul. He needs a crit! Holy shit, 200! He didn't calculate that in, so the keeper is down as well. This must be close to level 6 for both of the heroes here. I think the Blade Master is. Yes, he is. The TC is super close as well. Taunt being used once more, but Soin is dropping to 40 supply. Taunt being used to prevent the orc from running away, but the expansion is running for him, I guess. Heal scroll being used, but there's so much stuff. He's just aiming for the heroes, preventing the tavern revive, as it seems. Oh no, there we go. And now it's 2 heroes against 1. He's aiming for the keeper again. Staffs him out this time, and the TC can't reach for the stomp. The mountain giants are putting in some damage now against the headhunters. Can't prevent them anymore. Prevent that anymore.
Where's the bloodlust, by the way? Where's the bloodlust?
Maybe he's out of mana.
Don't think so.
What's too many dryads, so he can't dispel it. But main gold mines are down. Is the Tree of Eternity walking over?
That was costly for Soin, though. He was trading so well pretty much this entire game, but this last engagement, yes, he got the keeper kill, but can just be rebought, man. He lost too much for that.
Oh, there's also an attack against the expansion, I guess, with Treants. So he has to take care of that and protect his base, which is not possible. Very nice move by Colorful, who has the masses.
Mana potion on the blade. He's ready for the Blade Storm.
Here we go. Of course, attacking Dryads as well. How much damage can he do? Not too much, actually. Slaying 1 or 2 Dryads. Everything is low here. Oh, nice stun. But the Entangle comes in. He's going for the keeper again. Will he die for the 3rd time? Bloodlust, critical strike, but heal potion. Oh, the purge comes in. Oh, is that enough? No, the taunt saves him. Blade Master is super low himself. Entangle. He's not getting out of there, is he? No, he's not. Blade Master, the damage dealer, dies. The TC is kind of surrounded as well. Gets level 6 though. So this is reincarnation. He can't die anymore. But everything else is. The poor headhunters. He's down to 26 supply. Purge is coming in. He took out the peon line as we see. More purge against the alchemist. The steps on cooldown can't surround him here, even with the endurance, or he's not fast enough. Purge after purge after purge, but now the keeper is close and the staff of preservation is ready, so hero focus not an option anymore. Blade Master's out of the battle. Soin has not enough money to buy him back from the tavern. That could be a rescue, but without mana it's so hard. 19 supply for the orc. Just desperation at this point. Oh, Alchemist in trouble again. But it's fine.
No damage.
Yeah.
Blade had some amazing crits this game, but he's dead now. And this game seems to be all but over. 13 supply.
Ultimate triggered for the TC. He's coming back thanks to reincarnation, but it's a mountain giant surround. Actually not, but it looked like it. 11 supply. And Entangle. After Entangle. After Entangle. There's another one after this. He will prevent his death for a little bit. But the right clicks are strong, but not strong enough. Taunt. Lols. No way has to step him out. But that's it. GG, as both heroes are down, and Colorful takes the lead and gets match points for Team Moon. Soin defeated by Jack, defeated by Colorful. He put on a strong game, but Colorful with the masses, with the gold income, it was just too much for Soin at that point. Constantly fighting uphill, but not able to hold on into the late game.
Looked pretty good there for a while, man. The
Yeah.
bloodlust on these headhunters. But yeah, it gets to this point, 2 mountain giants, whatever. You can ignore them and leave them be. But once it gets to 4, 6, does start adding up, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, 6 mountain giants is just way too much. He had a great fight in the base where like 3 mountain giants were only attacking. But apart from that, I don't know. Lots of hero kills that took a lot of gold out of Colorful. But still he was able to build like almost 50 supply mountain giants.
Yeah. Sustain, I guess, is the big issue with that army, right?
Yeah.
Fitting a Shadow Hunter in there is difficult. Like one of the most powerful timings he had was like the second Bloodlust timing. And if you throw in a Shadow Hunter level 1 or 2 there, it's an expensive addition, which doesn't really provide what you need. You need him on level 3, but you can't creep first because that gives him too much time. If theoretically you get to that super late game with like 5, 4, 3 heroes there, that would be sick, but it's not that easy, to make work. But a cool game, again, it takes us a while to get these games rolling, but we've had some awesome games thus far.
Absolutely. Orc versus Night Elf at the moment, pretty fun. And we get another one here with Soin versus Moon. Moon, the last remaining player for his team after losing the first match to Focus. But yeah, 2 match points in a row for him now. They could
swap 1-0 in.
Swap 1-0 in, but do you want to take away map choice for Soin? I don't think so. I think 1-0 can beat Moon on any map on a good day. So Soin needs that map advantage.
Yeah. There's no Twisted Meadows, so I think Undead can win on any map pretty much. So what do we have left? Echo?
Northern?
And Northern Isles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's best here for Soin now?
You could... I mean, I know it's totally outside the meta, but you could theoretically possibly go 2 Borrow Tech and early Merc Camp creep for the Shadow Priest. It's really not so in style, though.
No. I could see a rush, like Borrow or Tower Rush.
On Northern Isles, you can go for the Speed Scroll, run across the map immediately to prevent his level 2 from the Ogre Magi creep.
Huh.
It has the big downside, though. It is a bit of a gamble opening, because if he's not there, then you're suddenly left with nothing to show for yourself. But normally he's always there.
You can still be aggressive into the base, right? So hunt some Wisp, clobber down some buildings, or try to.
You can, but you're level 1 blade, you don't have a circlet.
It's not the super fast, super efficient thing to do, but it's doable. It's gonna be interesting though, and it's so unpredictable because it's Moon, so you can't really prepare.
He might just play
anything.
Chimps, dude.
Yeah, he did that before, so
I wonder how Cash felt after that game, dude. Getting defeated by Chimps, and the game previous or after getting defeated by Talons. Poor Cash.
Rough. Cash and Hawk are going to be in Berlin next week, by the way, at the MTW office to practice and play from there. It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Cash and Hawk both signed with MTW, guys. Our first 2 professional players again in Europe.
As far as I see, it is 1-2-0 against Moon. Oh boy, were we hoping for this match or what? The best Undead Night Elf matchup versus the best Night Elf Undead matchup.
Oh, that's really cool.
This is gonna be sick. There he is, world champion, of course. Did not decide to join a team yet. still negotiating as it seems. 1-0, of course, the first addition to the newbie roster. Since then, a little cursed, though. The Undead in general, not doing too much in team games.
Absolutely.
Usually,
but in general lately, right?
Yeah.
Hasn't had a strong performance, it seems like, in months.
Correct. So it is Northern Isles here, as we have seen Last Refuge already. And the last map, if we go full distance, would be Echo Isles for Moon versus Soin. But Moon has the chance to end this clan war now, win it 3-1, and advance to to the winner bracket final.
Advanced English here with Neo.
It's 8 a.m. and I'm up for 4 hours already. Cut me some slack.
That's your own fault. Who the fuck wakes up at 4 a.m.? Well, I know it's not your fault, Neo. Just teasing.
If you always do. Thank you very much, Incinerator, for the sub, by the way. 6 months already. You guys carry the scene. Keep it up. Thanks, mate, for the kind words.
Incinerator is working for Intel, by the way. I'm not supposed to. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but I'm doing it right now. He's like a real business person. It was so weird, we're all hanging out there in China and we're all kind of like kids still, and he's like a real actual adult who probably makes 5 figures a month and talking to us about returns of investment and shit like that. And we're like, dude, we're just playing games, man. Calm down. Was a really nice guy though. Typical or not typical, but as you are sometimes used to, Midwestern guys, extremely nice and friendly. Cool dude. All right. Is this time for 1-0 to strike back? And then that would mean Soin comes into the running again, by the way.
Yes. You can be replaced after a loss, but you have to win a game so your team wins the clan war. Northern Isles. And the first time we see an Undead in this tournament, it is the best Undead Night Elf matchup possible with 1-2-0 versus Moon. This is hype, and this is match points for Team Moon.
All right, the opening here so far looking pretty predictable. Moon going for the instant level 2 creep, which can only be harassed by orcs. Other races cannot be fast enough to be over there, so this usually means a very strong opening for the Night Elf onto this here map. Northern Isles, one of our 2 new maps, proving to be pretty balanced so far from what I could see in the last couple of months. And the Undead opening also very standard, Ghoul opening, with most likely a DK, unless he's going super fancy Dreadlord here. Death Knight it is. Neo, I know that you're no longer a fan of the ghouls. How do you feel about this?
It kind of depends on how many ghouls he gets. Like, if he's going 4 to 5 ghouls, I'm fine with it. To help creeping and have like a little push. But if you still commit to 6 to 7 ghouls against an Alchemist Acid Bomb, that's just wasted resources, wasted experience. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of mass ghouls.
And the danger of the ghouls is always that they die so easily, obviously, everywhere, and even more so against Keeper, and especially with the Alchemist coming in. If you can retain your ghoul numbers and don't lose too many or none at all in the early and mid game and keep them all alive until Frenzy, they're really good.
Yeah, that's sick.
But they're a big liability in the early and mid game. That is their biggest weakness. And the Keeper most likely will look for level 2 or maybe even level 3 early, and then, the greater mana.
Yeah.
And then go on the hunt.
He's starting off well with a lot of mana to his chest, and Tangle's gonna be gruesome for this DK and for the ghouls. Ring of Protection for him moves over right away as the ghouls creep the remaining pieces of that spot. Very easy with normal damage. So how fast is he gonna attack? How fast is he gonna switch into Dryads? Normal creep route for Moon here, nothing too special. Starting off with the Tuskar, then going into the Murlocs. But the DK is rushing over. How much can you accomplish here in the late, early game?
I think his aim here is to keep the keeper from level 3 as much as possible. He could creep level 2 simultaneously with ghouls and skeletons, which he doesn't seem to... Oh, wait, he did already? Where'd he get the experience? That first camp doesn't give you level 2, and he didn't creep anything else. Seems like we missed something somewhere.
The Acolyte is also there. I don't know.
There is 5 ghouls moving across the map. That's a lot of ghouls, but it is a keeper who's going to have a couple of archers now to snipe these ghouls out pretty quickly, and the greater mana potion. But this doesn't have to be commitment to the main. This could just be him keeping the keeper away from creeping.
Chat is saying the Acolyte got a last hit.
Oh, wow.
Typical 1-2-0 fashion, I guess.
That's a big deal, actually. Going to the shop, not getting the dust, though. First ghoul getting entangled, but there's too many ghouls to threaten damage, so the first entangle doesn't result in a kill. Doesn't even have to use the coil to save him, or does he? Yeah,
now against the second entangle, he has to. The treants are coming in as well, but taken care of quite quickly. 4 archers, though. That is a lot of damage coming with all the entangle he has. He can just use it over and over, but does he want to commit this big mana potion this early? He gets 1 kill, but that's totally fine. Still 2 coils remaining, basically. More hits on the Keeper of the Grove to force a little more moon juice off of him, but I think time for fighting is over for 1-2-0.
Yeah. Usually once it hits 3 archers, there's too much damage output. The ghouls die too quickly. He lost 2 ghouls so far, which is okay. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's all right. By the way, expansion is coming up for the Night Elf. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen it yet, but there's a blue dot on the minimap, and if that's not an expansion, my name's not Remo Rickenwind. I would bet substantial amounts of money on this.
Yeah, I've no idea when it was the last time that I saw a Moon without an expansion. Like, he is kind of King Midas, so greedy for gold.
And it's really good against... This is pretty much the standard meta against Undead. You go 2 to 3 archers pretty early on, maybe even more. And, you know, with that and the backup of the Keeper, you have great firepower. It is super hard for the Undead to cancel this. If he evades his opponent and keeps away from his vision, maybe he can. But against a player as good as Moon, rather unlikely. And yeah.
1-0, pretty unlucky with the items, man. Nothing really too fancy dropped thus far. And the ghouls are all super hurt now after the laboratory creep. He can't do anything except like harassing with the DK a little, but with that, there's no chance in killing this expansion. Denies the Acolyte and prevents level 3, but here it is. So many archers. This is once again Hippo Rider Fairy play, right? Must be.
I've seen all of that. I think it's a lot better against Undead than it is against Orc, for example. Hippo Riders aren't actually too bad because you have Entangle, you have the Acid Bomb, so suddenly you do have damage against the Fiends, taking them out one by one. And the Hippo Riders aren't even too bad against Destroyers.
Absolutely correct. We see the Lich second, Slaughterhouse coming, but there's still not a single Fiend. He's committing so hard, like he has so many ghouls. I wonder how close he is to tier 3. So maybe he can go for Tinker, but he just started it, I guess. Here are the Engines of Wind, the strategy that Moon kind of brought into competitive play. Keeper, mass fairies. Nowadays, you don't open on tier 2 with fairies, but go for Hippo Riders first to make use of the archers a little more. But here comes the ghouls. Is it enough normal damage? He's focusing on the Entangle because he knows he can't kick this. Is there an Alchemist already? Must be, right?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. So Acid Bomb is gonna be nuts.
He forces the TP here, which is always a big deal now. Hero kill might be a possibility.
The Acid Bomb and the Entangled Gold Mine is down. Getting away... okay. There's 1 ghoul kill. And the TP gone on both sides. That's quite nice. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm like a little ahead of you all the time.
Okay. That was decent of an attack, delaying the income for a long time, forcing the TP. But it's also time just canceling the Expo. He didn't creep. He didn't get experience. He didn't get items. And usually in the late game here, this is what it all comes down to for the Undead. Heroes carrying the game. It's not going to be the ghouls who do it.
To that. Big heal potion now for the DK. Lich not level 2, and he's getting there. Spiders taken out by Moon, who has a level 2 Alchemist. Yes, he does. Fiends are coming into play for 120 now, which she desperately needs. Same goes for web upgrade. One destroyer always has to be there as well due to Entangle and Treants. You need the Dispel. Not super efficient against anything that Moon has, but kind of a necessity.
Yeah, exactly. Also in an attack, by the way, the Undead lost all of his mana. He is slowly regenning, but he's only got one statue. Doesn't seem to be perfectly microing that so far. And Moon is doing it perfectly right. He knows about the destroyer timing, and if he can fight before that, that is absolutely ideal.
Picking up some more units, rising in levels, 50 supply, and the expansion running. 120 is constantly scouting, but he knows what's coming. He has seen this a couple of times already, starting on Ancient Isles. Back in 1.29, Moon was already playing similar to this. Wand of the Wind against the DK. So nice. There's no coil at the moment. And the Alchemist is super tanky. He gets the web and gets a kill. But he needs more like this.
It's at least 4 supply for free, which is alright. But of course he's going up against an expansion. He needs to be trading very, very well. He has 2 Fiends. If he micros these perfectly, keeps them alive, maybe he can snipe out the air. Skipping on Frenzy, by the way, to have more Fiends more quickly is of course important, but makes these ghouls a lot weaker as well.
I was just about to say the same, that there is no Frenzy here. Of course, a lot less damage then. Nice. The spell against the skeletons. Repair, of course, costs nothing, so he doesn't even lose resources here. There's the destroyer for the Entangle. Oh, Nova. Right clicks. Keeper has the potion swap. No TP though. Staff has been swapped as well. So the first hero is out of the equation. But the Fiends are super hurt. There's no statue anymore. Okay, comes in now. Desperately needs that. So far, this fight is good for 120, I'd say.
And this is what I was saying. Once the TP is gone, hero kill is always a danger for the Night Elf.
Oh, and the damage of the ghouls now. You were saying this correctly. If you keep the ghouls alive until the end, this is certainly possible to kill stuff. Again, web. Again, Wand of the Wind. Again, no coil dispels it, but just a little too late. Few more Hippo Riders fall, but now we have fairies as well. Level 4 for the Keeper of the Grove. More Treants now. Makes it a little harder. Now he has to invest resources for the repair. But Moon is starting to pick off Fiends, and that starts to hurt. And the Wand of the Wind, I really like the timings of those. 2 Fiends hurt.
Fiend alive is going to be a big deal, but the other one may not be so lucky. One Fiend still there, but Entangle coming in. Alchemist chasing. Seems like 2 Fiends will be dying here. Oh, actually, not so far.
Yeah, this block was nice, but not enough. Acid Bomb on this next Fiend, so he's losing quite a bit of this tier 1.5 units, who are very expensive. We have Chemical Rage, so you can constantly chase, doesn't cost much mana. The Clutch Coil, a little too late. Unusual for 120, but in recent weeks and months, we have seen this more often. 1 year ago, he would never miss such a coil. Level 3 Lich now, though. And the Keeper is a squishy dude.
120 also should have anticipated those Wands of the Wind number 2 and 3, and for that reason used the coil earlier. Didn't do that, so his micro today, it's not bad, but it's not perfect.
Second Crypt coming in, I like that, for mass Fiends. Illusions soaking up some damage. Moon is being tricked here a little. And what more Fiends are falling. Oh, mass flare form for whatever reason. So the illusions are gone now. Moon should have a lot more supply. Can't check that at the moment. Good kiting by 120, but the question is for how long. This time the coil arrives in time, but how many coils does he have left, and against how many entangles does he have to play? That's the question here, I guess. Webs are coming in.
That was the last coil, and this is usually where it really starts turning around. When you can't heal anymore, he's kiting as best as he can, but he needs the healing. Now he has 4 Fiends. If he had good mana now, he could look for the fight, but I think this DK is pretty much dry.
Yeah, I agree. Fiends are starting to fall. Alchemist with strong right clicks. And this mana flare is also putting in a lot of damage. Could be a double kill for the Alchemist here. Oh, there was one more coil, so he saved this one. Second one falls. There are reinforcements, though. 45 supply for 120 still. And the Lich has great right clicks with the orb, of course. But Doesn't seem to be enough. Moon is chasing him all across the map, pushing for the winner bracket final with this one map, as he is the last player for his team. 1-0 switching the focus to the Alchemist now. Doesn't really work. Here comes the Nova onto the Keeper, and there's nothing on him, but there is a staff on the Alchemist. Swaps it, so the Keeper is safe as well.
And Moon is playing this really well. Finding pickoff after pickoff, going for the Destroyer next. If he takes that one out, that would be a big kill. Heroes, low, have to be careful. There is a Nova. Can he find a kill with this? There is a staff before. But now the Alchemist might be in trouble, but with Chemical Rage coming off cooldown, he is fast enough to make it away as well.
Absolutely. 42 supply only. And again, he's up against an expansion. Moon can produce like crazy, breaking upkeep here, going more and more air with the Fairy Dragons. Might need a few items now, so this might stop production a little, because if he, like, 1-0's win condition is to kill a hero and then kill the Expo somehow. Maybe with a Tinker third, but first he needs to kill a hero to get back in this game.
He's creeping to level 5 DK, which is a big upgrade, man, especially concerning the Keeper. Lich, he's far away from level 5, of course, but on level 4 you get +4 intelligence. And I think he just hit that level as well. A lot of Fiends now. It's not over yet.
He needs impeccable micro, though, and great kiting. No attack upgrades on the Undead side. Not on Moon's side as well, as he doesn't have a Hunter's Hole, I guess. So again, a go against the Entangle Goldmine, but no way this is working. First Ghoul is out already, Entangle being dispelled, but the Destroyer, he's going for the Fiends, and that works nicely. He was about to throw that coil, but way too late. Second Fiend is about to fall. This time the coil arrives in time. Lots of Web here. So this is the signature kiting by 1-2-0. This is what he has to do, but Web is over. The Air Army is reunited now. Wisps are coming in for the detonate to burn the mana of the undead heroes, and he's just not losing stuff, Moon is.
Yeah, he's kiting further and further. Moon is chasing here as quickly as he can. Entangle now on the Lich. Could this be a danger? He's just being kept away. The Destroyer too far away for the Dispel. And Acid Bomb after Acid Bomb, damaging these Fiends here. You can heal one with a coil, but not all at the same time. The statues here have to do the brunt of the AoE healing, I guess.
Oh, Lich in trouble. Catch the coil here. Statues have to do God's work. It's all about the heroes, really, and that's why I like that he keeps it on 2 heroes to get somehow to a high level.
The Wisp detonates here, so big as well. He drains so much mana with those. That is what it's all about. When the Undead's out of mana, he's out of chances.
Absolutely. And Moon is gathering more and more time, gathering more and more gold. 61 supply for him. The Undead heroes are not out of control. He's level 5 DK with double mana potion now. Huge investment. But the Lich is not level 5, nor does he have a claw or anything that boosts his intelligence or damage. It's not the biggest threat, and this Alchemist is so tanky. 5 armor, 1k HP. He's not the guy to kill at all.
Got the TP as well, just to be safe. I like that. The Invul wasn't available. The Lich stole that earlier, I think. Very unfortunate, by the way, to be creeping a decent amount, but Lich has like nothing. The orb and nothing else.
Yeah. 15 supply lead for Moon. 1-0 again trying to break this, but no chance. Web, he needs to get back, but the Lich is entangled. No dispel here, except having 2 destroyers. Ooh, taking heavy damage though. Mass piercing damage coming in. He has 1 armor upgrade now. This helps him to survive a little longer, of course, but these focus fires are so sick. 2 volleys are a kill. 3 volleys are a kill. Depends if there's acid bomb or not. So we see the kiting game again. Wow, super close coil again. Ooh, mana potion on the... He used both mana potions already?
Yep, that's it.
Wow.
No more mana regen for him, not right now. Good kiting still from 1-0, gonna lose that one Fiend anyways. Big Nova coming in against the air, but of course not against the fairies who are magic immune. And Fiend by Fiend, Fiend after Fiend here seems to be falling.
Oh, the destroyers as well. He's hunting them down now. with hippos, not even hippo riders, but they have the massive anti-air right clicks, and the Lich is in trouble. If there's a coil, yes, there is. You can just keep him alive for a little bit. So lots of damage wasted on that hero, but now he's taking out the statues, and that hurts the undead the most. Level 4 on the alchemist. He keeps the statues alive, but once they're gone, there's no regen anymore, and then there's no spells anymore, and then there's no hope anymore for Team 120, and there we go. Can he keep... He kills the alchemist. No, last second invul potion. Great reaction by Moon. Anticipated this. Has the TP out now. Is the duration long enough? Seems like it. Coil. No way. Instant Nova. Alchemist dead. Town portal gone. 120 stays in this game for now.
Oh, wow. He needed that kill as well. That's level 5 Lich.
Oh yeah.
That's a big deal, guys.
That saved him the game, I think.
Oh my god, dude. How is he staying in this for so long?
He got the time to creep the red spot in the upper left, and that's a gigantic item. Does he have the time to expand, though? Because he needs gold soon.
He's down 20 supply for the last 5 minutes.
But he's
Something
holding on.
thereabouts.
So a little bit more creeping. Level 5 for the Keeper of the Grove. But what does it really do if there's 2 destroyers in the air? What did he get? DK. Crystal Ball. Unbelievable bad luck.
Absolutely. Unfortunately with these drops. For the Night Elf, what do we have? Oh, stream lag.
Okay, there's another Ring of Regeneration. Nothing too powerful on the Night Elf side. So, is there an Acolyte moving up to the upper left? I do think so. So once again, only piercing and magic damage. This won't kill the expansion, but he forces Moon back. He takes some time, though, going to the shop first. He needs an invul, 63 supply, but still no attack upgrades. Whoa, Moon is not repairing. Is engaging now. Massive Nova into the air and Web again, but the Lich is entangled and right-clicked once more. The army of Moon is basically cut in half thanks to all the webs, and the kiting game begins once more. Heal scroll being used, so everything is back up to full health. How long can he keep the statues alive? Oh, sorry.
Lich here, a little trailing behind the army, going for the statues now, exactly as you said. Didn't do that in the beginning of this game, but now realizing the regen is what it's all about here for 120. He has been kiting this entire game and doing a good job of it, finding more and more kills, more and more webs coming in. He isn't taking that much damage at the moment. 120.
Exactly. The Fiends are not falling here. Again, the coils are on time. Seems like 120 is a bit in the zone now and got the timing that he was lacking before, at least a little bit. Destroyer under pressure, but Moon is lacking the damage. Is it really the moment where he has enough Fiends to cut this army in half thanks to Web? It's level 6 for the DK, and how much easier is kiting with a level 3 Unholy Aura?
Absolutely, everything's so fast right now, and dude, Moon, he's just not finding the kills anymore. He's out of mana himself now, I think.
46 supplies still, gets a few webs out. There's gonna be losses for Moon. He lost easy 10 supply in this. And the undead expansion is coming in the upper left as announced. Wow, holy shit. 120. The anomaly.
Just micro defying all odds. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy.
And now his game style with kiting just got so much better. Of course, the level 6 screams for an ultimate, but not on a DK as it's crap, especially with air units against you. So this aura might win him the game, but let's not do this too quickly. There's 4 Fiends remaining, 4 coils, still a few hippos against the destroyers. Everything is kind of low. Keeper doesn't have anything on him. Maybe it's a chance to nuke him out.
And once again, how many times have we seen him retreat, kite back to this left side path? Too many to count, it almost seems like.
I feel like Moon is on top of him now, a little better than it was in the previous fights. He does the damage, but everything is kind of orange, dark greenish. So he doesn't get the kill, he just spreads the damage. Here's the coil, he just finds the coils again. And that is such a big advantage compared to the early stages of this game. Lich is coming in, the statue almost well microed out, but 120 needs a heal scroll now, I feel. Everything is dropping low.
Everything's going low on mana as well, by the way. Alchemist only one more spell to use. The Keeper only 2 more entangles, I think. And of course, there's the Destroyer still in the air. Statue here on the ground, by the way, out of mana almost. Not too useful anymore. Coil coming in once again and close to his main. 1-0 will decide to fight again. Losing one more Fiend, however. Down to 50 supply is the Knight of Last Second. Coil saves that one Fiend. And Moon has to retreat one more time.
There is a Coil. There is a Staff, of course, so you can dodge that Coil if it's in the air. But 3 more kills here. It's only Fairy Dragons, but he keeps them kind of low in numbers.
Wonder's got the supply lead, dude.
Yeah.
He's up by 10.
Wow. And the Expo is up and running.
I think he's got this, man.
An unbelievable comeback. Main gold mines are down. Moon is moving the Tree of Eternity over. It could be 2 gold mines against 1, but that takes forever. So for the first time in like 20 minutes, economy is equalized.
And finally, I realize why I don't win my games against this strat. It's because I don't kite across the entirety of the map every time.
Seriously,
that's what you gotta
is
do.
the case. So many Fiends now. He started the last fight with 4 Fiends. Now he has like 6 or 7. So the damage will be spread even further, I guess. Chemical Rage. He needs to get the kills now. Not only do the damage, but get the kills. But they are webbing down the 2/3 of the army is webbed down in the back. He doesn't even have to kite that much. It's level 6 on the Lich, so maybe even Death and Decay coming in, or just Dark Ritual for mass mana.
Oh, yeah. Eating a Fiend now gives you, 500 mana? Yeah, I think this is it, but it's not over yet, boys. Moon he's had the advantage here for so long, but now he is with a disadvantage. If he can buy time for his other expansion, his main tree, maybe he can come back into this level 7 Death Knight.
Yeah, this must be Death Pact now, right?
Useless skill point. He doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
It absolutely doesn't do anything.
Would have loved to have stats now, like in Dota. There's still a heal scroll on the Lich. There's still a heal scroll on the DK. And this expansion is falling. Moon is without income if he doesn't engage into this. The Alchemist only level 4. The Keeper, I would love to know how close he is to level 6, but does it make a difference? I don't know. Heal scroll, maybe? No, gets the Fiend kill. Lich is entangled, doesn't do any damage. Coil comes in, saves this one. 41 supply for Moon only. Even time to nuke the Alchemist now for 1-2-0. Kind of surrounded, super close to the heroes. Destroyers are still putting in the damage. Coil arrives in time. 1-2-0 just does everything correctly now. Nova on the Keeper. There's nothing to save him. Here comes the Coil. Avada Kedavra. And this is it. Moon loses his second game as well. And the Necromancer is on top of this matchup again.
Holy
what
shit.
a performance. How many meters did he make with his army? Kiting from expansion to base.
Like 4 times in this game. That was insane, dude.
This is why he's the best in this matchup. No. He had such a long drought against Moon because he couldn't get used to this playstyle, especially on AI, where it all started against the Keeper. But here, even without the great items, a godlike performance, absolutely.
Yeah, that was sick. And Moon didn't make really many mistakes, dude. It was just perfect micro. And there's so many things to do there. Obviously, you have to kite all the time. You have to focus right all the time. You have to web the right targets all the time. And something that gets neglected, you have to have statues healing all the time, which means they have to be in the back, but also not too far in the back. Dude, that guy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you need to play perfect against this, but if there's one undead that is able to play perfectly and beyond, it's 1-2-0. For the first time in a while, not disappointing in an offline event.
Yeah, where is Moon? 0-2 so far 0-2 today.
0-2 against Focus and 1-2-0. Shit. Thank you very much, Yink58 for the 250 bits. Let's go 1-2-0. Oh yeah, he did that. So we go full distance in this clan war. It's 2-2. And now it's Moon again. There's no substitute anymore. And then on the other side, it's going to be a Korean as well. But it's going to be Soin. We'll take a little break here. The calm before the storm. Who's making it into the winner bracket final? Team Moon or Team 1-2-0? 2-2 deciding match coming up. Stay tuned. Alrighty, we're cutting this break short as the Chinese do as well. The game is up. It's the decider. Soin versus Moon. Soin's clan tech, Lucky Future. Does this apply here in Guangzhou as well? He was defeated by 2 Night Elves already. Would it be the third one? Will Soin lose the clan war? Moon was defeated as well by Focus and 1-2-0. They are certainly a different caliber than Soin is, but does he have a pocket strategy for Echo Isles? It's the map choice of Team Moon. What can Soin do on this map? He's skipping the barracks, going Blade Master. That's his opening. Moon on the other side, Keeper of the Grove, but you can see the Engine of War next to the Ogre and Troll, so he's not creeping the mercenary camp, being safe, expecting some kind of rush.
Yeah, this is the very predictable Night Elf opening, the peon moving across. I guess so. He knows where he has to go. He's gonna pop the speed scroll perhaps and move over right away. The idea here being keep the Keeper on level 1, and then you can be really annoying with the Blade Master. So this has to work. If this Keeper gets level 2 somewhat early in this early game, this opening is already botched for the Orc.
Absolutely. So, Engine of War taking some damage. The peon knows what's up. How fast will he rush over with this Blade Master? He's gonna be the carry for Soin, who played pretty bad against Czech, pretty great against Colorful. He needs a performance like this again against Moon. Blade Master's creeping again, though.
Wow, that really surprises me. But then he doesn't even need the shop so early. He saw that there's no Merc Camp creep happening, so he changed his mind and went for creeping first. Okay.
So now damage on the Keeper, I guess, with the Claws of Attack, which is a nice find, of course. Moon trying to kill some peons here, but I guess... Oh, can't really get engaged. Oh, there's only Treants here, so actually no Entangle.
He blocks the Treants with the peons going off gold mining here. But that Burrow's not going to finish, especially if he decides to summon the Treants again, which he can.
Treants are gone.
Can't he summon them again? Does he not have the mana? Mana, please? That block may have saved the Burrow. He did have the mana. That was weird.
Soin. Wasn't he playing pretty great in the next clan war as well? Maybe he just needed some time to get into this tournament. Blade Master is healing up. Expansion by Moon again. Stays on tier 1 against this fast tech of Soin.
With Huntresses, I assume. Should be a Huntress Hall coming in somewhere. By the way, only 4 peons in the mine. And that is something you oftentimes don't realize anymore the longer the game goes. But now actually Moon is dragging attention again to this gold mine. Doing him a bit of a favor here, perhaps.
Yeah. Not changing it at the moment. Keeping the Blade Master busy as well, so he can't creep that much, can't gather the items as much.
Gets a bit more experience here, getting closer to level 2. And let's see. Peons in the mine. Still only 4. Yeah, there we're seeing it again. And the Grunt's even standing next to it. Normally, if you look at it just for a couple of seconds, you should realize something's looking off, you know? It's not as obvious as with Acolytes, obviously, but still, something should be looking a little bit weird.
Also, you feel like the income is lacking, I guess. No. He's actually moving the Grunts there.
Still only 4. Oh, that's painful, man. That is painful.
He didn't lose a single Grunt. He does have claws, but there must be Entangle by now, I guess.
Yeah.
So he can't kill that expansion anymore. That's a mistake that happens if there's all the pressure of this game on you, of this clan war on you.
Oh, man. So is he still going for the Shaman strat here? What is Soin actually doing here for the follow-up, I wonder?
Kind of looks like it. It's the TC again. There is the Spirit Lodge.
Yeah. Okay. Third time. So is it Shaman Grunts, or is it again tier 3? The tier 3 looked way better.
Yeah. Was a bigger map, though, with Last Refuge. Blade Master found level 2 for the critical strike. Oh my god, he's losing so much gold the entire time. It's unbelievable.
Moon, I've seen him against Orc oftentimes seeming to prefer Solo Keeper, by the way, not adding in an Alchemist later. And the Alchemist Acid Bomb is really what was able to deal with that Headhunter strat so well, or somewhat well.
The AoE damage over time, not only against the Headhunters, but also against the Shaman. We see it working so well against priests who have heal to heal themselves up, but the Shaman don't have that, so it's even better against them. So I would be very surprised to not see an Alchemist. This Blade Master comes in for the harass, catches an entangle, should be disabled by with that. Keeper rises up to level 2.5. 2 rings of protection. Actually not too bad against the Blade Master, especially with an Alchemist. TC is creeping up as well. Is this a counter expansion play? It's tier 3 again.
Okay. Wisp sees this here. Very good scouting by Moon. And yeah, those rings may come in handy. We saw in the previous game from Soin how much in the late game he favors hero focus with Bloodlust. Really good. Blade, though, needs to get some leveling done. Only level 1 still.
Goes to the shop now. Got a second claw. Takes a lot of damage here. Yeah, it's level 2. Huntress sees this. Oh, didn't see the item. Oh, there is. Oh, nice. He has to invest a Purge and a Stomp, but he's getting this TC out. And Headhunters, or the Warmill is coming for Headhunters, but Soin has to hold on. With the help of the Burrows, might be a little easier in his base, and of course the shop as well. We see the Scroll of the Beast with Headhunters is great if there's no Wisp nearby.
Moon, though, one of the best at bringing Wisps to the fight, knowing when to bring them and to detonate them correctly. Still no second hero, by the way. Did you even see tier 2 so far from Moon?
We haven't seen it, no. But
must be, right? With this number of hunts.
Yeah, we haven't been in the base for quite some time. Level 3 finally. That took some time.
Yeah.
More than usual, I guess. Oh, yeah,
and not much mana either. Lures, okay.
So no second engine of war nowhere.
Alright, he has 5 supply ready for the second hero. This is the time to decide. Do I go for a second hero or not? Do I go up to 50 without? Because then it's pretty much too late for a second hero after.
He's creeping the Murlocs already with the level 3 Keeper of the Grove. Should be an indicator that he stays on 1 hero, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you give that experience to your second hero.
Kind of looks like it. This is... Moon likes playing like this. Keeper solo. I'm not sure that I'm the biggest fan of this, honestly. Against Orc tier 3, like, what do Treants really do? And Treants and Mountain Giants, does that do so much? Because Dryads are gonna get shredded by these Berserkers and Bloodlust.
Yeah, but we saw with Mass Mountain Giants how well Colorful was faring with it.
Yeah, but it had an Alchemist, man. That was very different.
Yeah, that's true. The strength of the Alchemist, we pointed it out. That will be lacking most likely. Thank you, Orizet, for the host.
Thank you. Level 3 Torrent Chieftain.
Good stomp now.
The Keeper is just gobbling up all the experience here that he can. This is definitely not going to be a second hero game, as it seems.
Yeah. It's one of the second last big creep spot on this map. For Moon's side, at least. Tome of Experience could be possible for the TC. We don't see it, because the item here seems more important. Boots. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Sold the rings, by the way. Yeah. Blade Master with a really nice inventory as well. More damage and more damage mitigation from the, what's it called? Talisman.
Exactly.
Bloodlust on the grunts for creeping. All right, buddy.
Sometimes you need to speed things up. Good shop control by Soin here with Invul, the most important item on this map. Heal scroll, 1 for each.
And Soin has to retreat. He's not ready yet. He's only at 41 supply. He needs more time. And Moon is trying to put on the pressure right now. But can he pressure the main with reinforced defenses? It looks like he was expecting a counter expo here. Tiny Great Hall or something.
True. It's not coming at all. I think he doesn't have the resources to invest into this, because then he will just be rushed. by whatever Moon is playing, because Moon has a lot already.
And Soin is playing a good game of keep away here. He had the Shaman out early to get rid of the first couple of entangles. And then after, when there's this massive force by Moon, he's just avoiding him until he's fight ready. And he's still only mine. Now he's got 5. He's got 5 now. Okay, he's got 5. Saved. Does he have Master, though? I'm not sure. Yeah, we saw Bloodlust already.
Yeah, we saw Bloodlust. Double boots. 1 will be sold. 7,000 gold here. It's actually
he can use 2 pairs of boots, right? He got 4 hoofs, so checks out.
1,000 gold difference from that mistake. So not only Moon has the expo, but also the 1k gold from the 4 peon mistake.
Dude, this takes forever for Soin to get ready. Of course, the 4 peon thing, that was painful, but still.
77 supply for Moon already. Holy shit.
Yeah. And why is Soin out on the map, dude? I think you need to turtle, buddy. Setting up towers? What is this?
Looks like it. He has peons with the fight. He has decent heroes. Okay, towers are coming. Shop would be nice as well. Piercing damage and magic damage is insane against Huntress. 2 illusions, by the way, and he's focusing on that quite a bit. Huntress are finding the connection to the Headhunter, though. That's a lot of damage, but we have... Oh my god, this lightning shield once again. But backstep on the illusion! That's a massive mistake. And Soin is falling apart, expanding against this mass. I think that is a gigantic mistake. And it's basically only the heroes remaining. The Headhunters have all fallen. Stomp, of course, but it's only against Dryads. Moon and the mass Dryad strategy working out so well. Level 5 on the Keeper, getting 4 Treants here with normal damage against them. There are a few Grunts. Yeah, there are a few Shaman. Okay, but that doesn't do anything against Dryads. Towers are falling. Hero focus attempt, but Stomp into nowhere. That was a waste. Purge now. Can he block this Keeper and force a TP? No. He's opening up the way with Treants again. Speed scroll now. He needs another Purge. There's, of course, no staff possible on the Keeper this time. So he can force a lot of TPs, but look at this piercing damage. So much extra damage against buildings and construction. And he's just overwhelming him with it. 42 supply for the Orc. Only. There are a few new Headhunters here, but for how long? Close to level 6, by the way, this Keeper. 5.5.
Yeah. Moon with the Mass Dryads. He's better than anybody else with this seemingly one-dimensional army composition, but he's so good at controlling them. Yeah. Even able to defeat Rifle Caster with Dryad only, which is not supposed to work. And now, Soin, who brought Colorful to the brink in their game, seems to be standing no chance anymore in this one.
Well, let's see. Oh, Berserker falls as well. Dryads are safe to the back. We saw Colorful playing a few Dryads here as well, but he was just walking into the meat grinder against Soin and losing fights with 20 supply ahead. Against Moon, it's a totally different game. Like how fast he was shredding these Berserkers, sacrificing the Huntress against it, of course, but that's what you have to do. If there's a savior, it's this Blade Master. Level 4 only, but he has level 2 critical strike. Oh no. Tranquility. Oh. So good. The value of this ultimate. Everything is green again.
Oh, the golden shower. Or green one it is, I guess.
That's even worse, right? Don't know what this...
I don't know. We can make an argument for both, I suppose. 80 supply... Dryads and 1 Huntress for a bit of diversity.
Yeah, it's like more than twice the supply. And the TC is countered by this Dryad. Stomp doesn't do anything. He never reaches the Keeper for the disable. And against everything else, the Stomp does nothing. The Blade Master forced into the invul here. Once again, trying to go for this hero kill, but it's not possible. He just can't reach. With all the slow against the TC, he's never in position, really. Moon controls this fight so well. Here comes the Stomp. Finally, he connects, but... Again, Tranquility, and the TC falls, and Soin is losing this game. Team Moon, the 3 Night Elves of Moon, Colorful, and Check make it into the winner bracket final, where they will either meet Team Lin or Team Fly, who will play this second winner bracket semifinal right after this. But Moon, after 2 losses, finally achieving victory here and brings his team, when it counted, into the next round.
Well done, sir. Couple of awesome games here in our, how long is this? Almost 3.5 hour clan war. 3.5 hours for 5 maps, dude. That's something else.
Yeah.
Was able to redeem himself here. Imagine how big of a disappointment this would have been. Our world champion, not too far away from losing 0-3 here on the first day.
Yeah. If that peon mistake doesn't happen, how do you think?
I was thinking the same. Like, how different could this game look?
Yeah, it's like 1,000 gold. It's 5 units, I guess. 4 units.
Yeah, I think Soin should have perhaps played that with a bit more finesse. Like, imagine he has that more gold, and then send peons down, set up the towers, but attack his main, maybe with pillage, and speed scroll out if he comes, or TP out if you have to. Of course, then you would have to rebuy the TP. But I think the key were the towers. If this position down there is anchored by 3, let's say 3 towers, it's going to be so hard for Dryads to break that. But Moon just the perfect timing, and the masses rolling over the orc there.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess this is not the game that lost him the clan war. The game that lost him the clan war was Soin versus Czech, where he didn't scout, was surprised by Hippo Riders, and got beaten pretty hard.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, this is kind of the tournament of the weakest link. And Soin, heading into this one, was expected to be one of the weakest players here, along with Chimiko and Czech, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And here he draws the short straw.
Indeed. We see a few highlight clips here from this clan war. It was opened by Focus versus Moon, and the resiliency of Focus was just so great. Pushing with Shadowhunter Tinker against the expansion over and over, losing the Tinker like 4 times, I guess. Never gave up though. He couldn't break the expansion, but he broke the base. And this was seriously an epic opening to this clan war, to this tournament in general. 2 level 6 heroes here, and then Moon had no chance but to tap out against the Shaman strategy after his keeper gets killed here, or almost killed there. That was the big surprise starting this off. Moon losing this, then they substituted Czech in, and Czech dominated with air. Soin was not scouting this, going blindly for Shaman Grunts. Late, super late transition into Headhunters where everything was over already. No time to go into bads. It was just win by strategy, win by surprise element. And that is the game that I mean that lost them the clan war.
So I need to step it up here. Are they going to be playing later on today? I guess we don't know what our third game is going to be.
We don't know.
Upper bracket or lower bracket. We're going to see.
So Soin did step up his game on Last Refuge against Colorful. It was very close. Once again, he was up against an expansion. Once again, he was up against a lot of Dryads. He was down 20 supply all the time. But Lightning Shield, Bloodlust, a strong Blade Master, a strong TC, good stuns. They made it work for a long time. But at one point, he had to expand. He couldn't catch up with the army anymore. And he was faced by 6 Mountain Giants at the same time.
Yeah, but this tier 3 Bloodlust stuff, if it's a more refined build, there might be something there. But it seems like all the ins and outs aren't quite explored yet. But if you get that thing rolling, and if you can somehow fit a level 3 SH into this could be really sick.
Yeah. I agree. Heal Wave would be fantastic. But if it's like, if the TC Stomp is countered by just Dryads, well, then Bloodlusted Headhunters should still do more damage, I guess, and win this, as we saw here.
If you get to a somewhat even army thing, Headhunters will destroy those Dryads.
Yeah.
If you get to a really big army.
And you have probably a bunch of Purge as well against the Treants. So yeah, this was a very cool game as well. Lots of hero kills, lots of hero focus, because Soin, of course, as you should, ignored the headhunters. And this, like, 2 crits in a row. Boom, boom, keeper.
There we thought, oh, this might be it, but those MGs, dude.
This fight as well, like below 100 HP Blade Master. But, you know, Invul crits, boom, he just
that
slaughtered
Bloodlust attack speed is just so insane. Dude, Bloodlust Endurance Aura, he is attacking so quickly.
Yeah, and Purge as well for the slow. So that is a nice synergy, of course, to be faster yourself and to slow stuff down. But at one point, it was just too many Mountain Giants.
Yeah. Another specialty of 1.30. They're gonna get a lot weaker in the new patch. But at the moment, they're still really, really hard to deal with. And there it is. Taunt after taunt after taunt coming in.
And the acid bomb was so nice. Otherwise, the Blade Master would have survived. And without the Blade Master, all hope was lost. The TC survived the first Mountain Giant surround, but the Keeper with Entangle was there. Actually, almost getting out of there with the big right clicks, but...
TC is not even a bad right clicker, to be honest.
Yeah. Just fairly slow. And there, Acid Bomb kill again. Then, the highlight game of this clan war, maybe, next to Focus Moon, was 120 Moon. The performance of the Undead was surreal. This was the key moment.
Yep,
if we can't kill the Alchemist, Moon has this game in its hands.
That's the only 2 highlights from this game? Are you guys serious?
Jesus. Maybe they had no time to cut more.
Didn't you see this earlier?
This was
that was the last game, I guess.
Yeah. So, 10-minute break here on the Chinese stream. That gives us some time to actually get a breakfast 4.5 hours into the broadcast. That was the first clan war. We have 2 more for you. It's going to be Team Lin versus Team Fly. And especially Team Lin looks very scary. Lin, Law Lyot, and Lucifer. A Korean, solely Korean team is facing Team Fly with, of course, the team captain Fly, Chimiko, and the return of life to offline competition. Can't wait to cast this for you guys. Neo and Remo reporting here. If you like what we do, feel free to support us with a Twitch sub somewhere over there, especially if you have Amazon Prime. You can do that basically for free once a month. We also have Streamlabs where you can donate via PayPal, credit card, and cryptocurrency. You can also buy merchandise at Streamlabs, shop.backtowarcraft.com, or use the Amazon referral button if you feel like buying something on this Sunday. Little break here, and then Clan War number 2. Who's gonna join Team Moon in the winner bracket final? Stay tuned.